We live Sunday live edition back up in the building. With my man Mike Antonace. Mike, what's
Hello,
happening?
beautiful people.
What's going on, Mike? How's your Sunday going?
It's going good. Very chill Sunday. Just we've been really active these past couple weekends, so
Yeah,
me and the wife decided to just kind of hang out at the house, just
going out drinking some
relax.
beers.
I haven't really drank some beers. We've been binge watching shows, cleaning the house a little bit.
Yeah, chilling.
Yep, just chilling. Lazy Sunday.
I feel you. But yeah, good Sunday though. The Cavs clinched the playoffs, so that's a good sign.
Absolutely go
Good to
Cavs. I
see
agree.
that. Didn't battle for the play-in this year, thank gosh. But yeah, welcome on in, guys. The link's in the chat. Hold on, put the link in the chat. If he wants to join, we're going to get into some Brown stuff here to start off. The Browns this week, as everybody knows by now, traded for Elijah Moore, third year player now going into the next season. Young player, slot receiver, the speed they needed, a lot of upside still. Um, I guess didn't really pan out in New York. Just I mean, he had Glue Factory Flacco, he had Sam Darnold, he had a Cougar Chaser, and Zach Wilson as his quarterbacks. So and Mike White, not the mayor of Cleveland, the old mayor, but the quarterback, Mike White.
Right. Did
That's who.
he did he play with Sam
Third time.
Darnold?
Did he play with that? I think he did as last year.
Well, because
His
Zach
first, or
Wilson is
excuse me,
going
his
into
first
year.
year.
Well, wasn't last year. Last year was year two of Zach Wilson. So no, they came
Yeah,
out of the
no, he
same
didn't play
draft.
with. Yeah, he didn't play with Darnold. You're right. Yeah, he
Yeah, so
didn't
they
play with
came out of
Darnold.
the same draft. Wow.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, that was at my house. That draft. That was the Cleveland draft.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I love the acquisition. Also picked up Marquise Goodwin, nice veteran,
Yeah,
still
Marquise good one
productive.
as well. But yeah, I mean, we'll get into what's your initial reaction on the what to the trades now. You had a couple days to process it in the acquisition.
Um, I've watched a ton of Elijah Moore tape. I know we've talked about that, but for everybody listening, I watched a ton of Elijah Moore tape, which was a mixture of a lot of fun and torture because that meant I had to watch Zach Wilson play football. But that being said, I love the acquisition. You know, he was great at Old Miss, and honestly, like his rookie year, really productive. He had about close to 600 yards his rookie year, 5 touchdowns, super productive for a rookie. Um, Year two, obviously, it dipped about 200 yards, only had 400 yards, and I think 2 touchdowns. Obviously, their quarterback situation wasn't very good, and honestly, if watching the tape, I realized he got open very, very often. It was a mixture of Zach Wilson, like playing panic ball, like he just kept checking it down, like he didn't know what to do when the pocket collapses. You don't see Zach Wilson try and extend a play. He just will check down as soon as the pocket starts to collapse at any point, whether it be at the guard position or right or left tackle. Any sort of pressure, Zach Wilson folds like a freaking crouton, dude. Like crumbles like a crouton. You know what I
Yeah,
meant.
bet they
But
bet they wish they would have took Fields.
oh yeah, I mean Zach Wilson. I mean obviously they're in the midst of the worst kept secret in league history in trading for Aaron Rodgers. So
Do you
um,
think there's a chance that doesn't happen somehow?
no, it's gonna happen. It looks like Aaron Rodgers at least has some sort of. I don't think he has a no trade clause, but like he has some sort of say
He has the
so over where
leverage.
he goes.
He can
Yeah, he
retire.
has all the leverage.
If
The
you threaten to
team,
retire, then you have all the leverage.
right? They know at this point, Green Bay knows he's not going to play for them.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, he said it
they know
publicly.
they have to trade him, but at the same token, like they know the Jets want him. So it's a weird standoffish impasse where it's like, hey, they just kind of have to figure out what everybody, the compensation wise, what they're going to get. And, it worked out for both parties. This goes back to the Elijah Moore trade, even because essentially
They take
the
that forty
optics of the
second and put
trade.
into that trade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they get two second round picks back to back, which I think, if the Jets get to keep their first round picks, probably what they want. They've been pretty active in free agency, um, at least on the offensive side of the ball. And obviously making the Aaron Rodgers splash is going to be pretty big for them. But on the Browns side, we moved back 30 spots essentially, and we got Elijah Moore, and that's all
second round
that
pick.
really happened. Right. So
I mean,
we got.
is there another player that would have been there at 42, especially a receiver that's better than him? No.
No, and that's I think what the Browns thought. Andrew Berry was interviewed today. I think they're doing the owners meeting today.
Yeah.
And Mary Kay, being Mary Kay, she goes everywhere where the Browns go, and she was interviewing him regarding the trade. And it was actually revealed that last October, the player they were indeed trying to trade for wasn't Daron Payne. It was, in fact, Elijah Moore. So they've had their sights set on this kid for a very long time. Very long time.
Sean loves him too. A lot of the guys around the league like him. Like I know, like Odell liked him back then. Some of like the other like high name profile guys all like him for a while.
Oh yeah, Chad Johnson loves him. Says
Chad
that
Johnson,
says he's one of the best route runners in the league next to Amari Cooper. And if you watch him, he really is. He's not a big guy, but he plays very physical because he is very strong for his build. This is kind of a funny comp, but he could be like. I'm going to compare him to a basketball player. He's like Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, he's only like 6'1". Right. But he's only 6'1", but he plays like a big because he's strong.
He's got size on him. He's strong.
Right. And that's how Elijah Moore
as hell too.
Right. And I really think with the with how Deshaun Watson likes to play football, how he extends plays, I think Elijah Moore is the perfect medicine for it. I don't know if he gets 1,000 right off the rip, but he's had 500 and 400 yards with very subpar QB play. Like to see him at least like get to 800 yards. I don't think is a huge stretch. And being a really good red zone target. And speaking of red zone targets, that kind of leads into Marquise Goodwin, who is going to be 33 this year. Nice veteran signing. He was productive for the Seahawks last year, but mostly in the red zone. Caught 6 touchdowns from Mr. Geno Smith, but only had 400 yards. But I think that kind of veteran presence and knowing how to get open
will be really good for a guy like Marquise, like you said, a good veteran. I like that. I like that they brought in veterans, older guys that still have some left in the tank. You know what I mean? Because that locker room, that you could tell that locker room was way too young last year, and that hurts teams. You don't have that presence.
Right. And Marquise Goodwin's been around the block, and again, he's still very productive in the red zone, which was my biggest gripe with the Browns last season. Is it wasn't the fact that the offense wasn't bad. The offense can move the ball. The offense could get into the red zone
with Brissett.
Almost every drive. It's with Brissett, but it was just finishing and getting they were having trouble. DPJ is a great possession receiver, can get you first downs. He's not really good at 50-50 balls.
He can't get over
that yet. Right. And then Amari Cooper. Right, exactly. And Amari Cooper's never been that, like a red zone, 50-50 ball catch guy. He's never been that.
Our buddy Dan's in the house. Hey guys,
Danny
it's been a great offseason for the Browns this far. The offense is now loaded with enough weapons. There is no excuse not again to make the playoffs this year, and several drives will depend on it, especially Uncle Kev. I agree. Andrew Berry got it done, so now it's on them to get it done.
Oh, absolutely, and I have utmost faith that it'll work out.
He's got one of his track star, and we turning kicks all year as well. Yeah, or maybe, no, they brought Jakeem Grant back. He'll probably be returning the kicks.
Yeah, I think he'll be competing. Obviously, he's a little bit older too.
In Miami, wasn't he, when he was
All-Pro? He was an All-Pro returner for Chicago. First team All-Pro. Shit. And then he tore his ACL, and then he tore his ACL with us. This is his second. His Achilles. This is his second Achilles surgery, which is at that age, at that what he does well, which is fielding returns. It'll be surprising if he beats out somebody, because he's going to have competition, and they restructured his contract in such a way like it was the first contract we restructured actually at the beginning of the offseason was Jakeem Grant's. And it's restructured in such a way where it's like, hey, your contract is still good if you make the team, but it gives them an opportunity to cut him, essentially, with essentially no loss to the team if they go into OTAs, go into training camp, and he just doesn't have the juice anymore.
Jakeem Grant is a beast as well. We know we have 3 receivers who can run a 4.40. I'm not including shitty ass Shorts.
Yeah, no, Anthony Schwartz is Anthony Schwartz
on his way out of town probably.
The only way he could stay and is if Bubba Ventrone sees anything in him to become a gunner, because his snaps at gunner, that's in the special teams unit, actually wasn't bad. He just couldn't really tackle. And Mike Ford, who was signed, is an excellent gunner. He was a special teams ace for the Falcons, and that's what he basically was signed to do.
Those are some underrated signings there, those special team signings they brought in. I like those.
Oh, yeah, there were a handful of special team Bubba Ventrone's signings.
There's 3 phases to the football, and we weren't good on Twitter last year at all. So.
Yeah, they really addressed both. I'm surprised that they made so many additions to the special teams. Mike Ford's an excellent gunner. So he'll be competing with Anthony Schwartz. I do think Mike Ford wins that spot for gunner, and then you really don't have a spot for Schwartz after that. I really like the Max Adams signing
next year.
Yeah.
Battle you already know what I would do. Like, I said trade for receiver. I want to sign one. They got 2 of those. I want to draft one.
Right.
We got 2 thirds. You know who I want to draft? One of them thirds.
I know you're high on the Stanford kid.
Dude, he's a beast.
I got other people I'm a fan of, but I like him. I wouldn't be upset with it, but like if I'm going for
this, he could return punts next year if you drafted that guy.
If I'm drafting a kid to return punts, I'm drafting Marvin Mims out of Oklahoma. Who's there? That kid is he's fast. He's kind of like an Elijah Moore.
I like Michael Wilson out of Stanford. I think
right.
I like Mims too, but I really like.
Check him out, Michael Wilson out of Stanford. He got hurt, but TJ Hushmanzada, who I listen to on he's on a podcast now, former receiver, played for the Bengals in the pros. He trains him. He's really high on him. And so TJ trains a lot of the top guys in the league. When he puts his name on somebody, he put his name on T. Higgins 2 years ago, and how'd that turn out? Pretty good.
Right.
So, and a lot of other top guys.
I wouldn't mind it. I am a little bit higher on a couple of other guys. But, I wouldn't be upset if they see value there. I know the top 30 visits are just starting, and they've
a big linebacker to run around with JOK and stuff to run. Yeah, I agree. I don't. You think they'll draft one, or would you draft the rookie, or who's still out there? You think for linebacker?
I do. We're bringing back.
They brought back Taki. I do like Taki. Taki played well last year.
Yeah, they're bringing back Taki, and they brought back AWalk. I do think they draft. A kid.
I'm glad they brought back AWalk. Thank gosh, because they need a
kid. Yeah, AWalk is an excellent leader, and not just an excellent leader, but he does play well. Like he was having some of his best career seasons with us, and was on his way to having the best season of his career before he got hurt.
I love following his social media, by the way. He posts a lot of great things on his Instagram stories, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah. AWalk's just a great dude. He's just a great person to have in that locker room. I am glad we brought him back, and he does keep the defense stout. So I do think we draft somebody.
Another veteran.
Who's there? Who's there? I don't know. At 74 to 98, if they really like somebody, maybe they do have the assets to move back up into the third. They want to do the 3 third-round picks again. Right. There's Noah Sewell.
They got 2 thirds. They got 2 fourths. They got 2 fifths. They can make some moves.
Right. Noah Sewell. You can Andre Carter out of the Army. He's more of an outside linebacker, but he could probably live at
I like Sewell. I know I've said Sewell's name for a while. And I like Ivan Pace out of Cincinnati. I really high on him.
Ivan Pace is an interesting name. Yeah.
My buddy Deshaun at Martin, who's at Wisconsin, I went with Luke Fickle up there. He's assistant coach at Cincinnati. He coached Ivan. And so I like Ivan a lot.
Yeah, I do like Ivan Pace a lot. And we signed some guard depth today, but he's been awful his whole career. So absolute flyer, might not make the team. Local kid.
What's his name?
Wes Martin, is it? He played for the Commanders. Wes Martin. Yeah, he's been absolutely dreadful his entire career.
I like
I
the
wouldn't
kid
be
at
surprised if
UCLA. What's his
Dawson's
name?
eaten.
Mafi.
Oh yeah, Antonio Maffi. I
I
do
like
like
him in the
him, and
draft.
I do expect them to draft a tackle this year,
Yeah.
and maybe some guard depth, but definitely a tackle. And I know that's not for Jed's replacement; it's more likely for Jack's. Jack is essentially
I'd
he's on
bring
a
it for
4-year
both of
extension.
them.
That's more like a 2.
I'd bring a tackle in for both of them. You gotta keep competition on that edge.
No, I agree, but for
Gotta keep guys
as
on edge.
right, but we'll more than likely pick up Jed's 5th year this year. 'Cause why wouldn't you? I mean, the tackle
Yeah, I
market's
mean, he
crazy,
was great
and
his
he's
first
good
year.
enough.
Great his first year. Second year, he rolled his ankle on his strong side, which if you
And
roll
last
your
year he
ankle,
was
you're
okay.
lineman. And then last year it was kind of up and down, but
Yeah,
we'll
and
see
that's
what he
okay.
does this year.
He was ranked like 16th, and honestly, he's better than what 16 other guys. So like,
Yeah.
it's hard to be left tackle's a hard position if you have a just an all right guy, but he's good enough to start. Like he's
Well, I played offensive line growing up. When you have different quarterbacks, this is for all positions, it's very hard to transition from quarterback to quarterback because each style is different. You got to like adjust. Like,
right.
This guy likes to just sit in the pocket. This guy likes to break the play breaks down. He likes to roll out a little bit, so I got to protect him over there. You know what I mean? It's different for each quarterback.
Oh, I agree, Danny boy. Cavs guards and Browns all in the playoffs.
I will
agree
say
wholeheartedly.
my favorite signing though out of all of them, my man Ethan Pochich. Us centers gotta stick together. And Ethan Pochich, top 5 center in the league. Glad they signed him for a nice deal. Keep him around.
Very team friendly deal. I'm glad, he tested the market, didn't like the market, but I can't even tell you a center that was actually signed. Was there one? Maybe the Broncos signed one. I don't know. They signed a bunch of linemen, but yeah, super team friendly deal. Love it. Feel bad for Nick Harris because that was going to be his job, and then he tore his shit in the preseason game. But in a way, blessing in disguise because we found Ethan. Well, I mean,
he's a guard.
He played center, and in college that's more his natural position. And every snap at guard, he was awful. So,
right guard's his natural position. Ethan Poach is a natural center.
But I can let's see. My favorite sign is probably still Dalvin Tomlinson, just because he does so much for us that we needed.
He's gonna fit in the division really well.
Oh yeah, like absolutely stopping the Steelers and what they do well. I mean, they upgraded at guard and center a little bit. I mean, they drafted a center last year, and then they signed a guard in free agency, but it's not going to work. But the Najee Harris isn't all that great, and with their run game shut down, I mean, Dalvin Tomlinson just does so much things for the Browns that we absolutely needed. Brought in some healthy competition for some of the rotational guys. Tom Togia is probably out. I could see maybe Jordan Elliott winning a rotational spot because he has flashed every now and then, but
we're going to draft somebody too. They're going to draft somebody.
Maybe.
They should. There's some good names out there late in the round, like some decent players.
I could see them maybe doing that, but I know a report came out today. 2 interesting things I'd like to share with you. One of which could be smoke from the Broncos. But apparently the Browns are still in on Jerry Jeudy, even after an Elijah Moore trade. So I don't know if that's true or not, or if that's the Broncos just reporting that to put pressure on the Patriots.
What do we give them now?
I just don't know.
What I'm saying, I don't know.
Are they out on DPJ then? I don't know. Because Elijah Moore did take most of his snaps on the outside. He's played outside. So would you have?
And there's guys in the draft late in the round, till round 4, you can take too that are serviceable. So
right, but I don't know. I think that's pretty much smoke. The second half of the article, though, made more sense that coming to the close of free agency, getting closer to camp, after the draft, as free agency really winds down, and it's just kind of like the rest of the signings. Apparently we have our eyes out on some veteran defensive line depth. If they don't sign anywhere, could be a. It said defensive tackle specifically, maybe like a Calais Campbell, a Puna Ford, um, somebody like that can give you some good snaps. Obviously, Calais Campbell is almost 1,000 years old, but he's still very productive and can be super helpful on like third down, second, third down, 2 down player. But some interesting little
Shooting would
tidbits.
be a recipe for toxicity in that receiver room. Not enough footballs to go. Plus those boys, the Chief and Chubb. Yeah, that's what I was wondering because I don't. Do you really need him now? I don't think you do.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing. And I don't know if Judy is ever. Judy, I think you might be mixing him up with Cortland Sutton. Judy really hasn't been a.
Well, he was bitching last.
Is he
year.
saying that?
Everybody.
Well, no, he wasn't.
What he's saying though is there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Like sometimes it's good just to simplify it and just you got your 1-2 punch on the outside now. You got Chubb. You got the Chief. Just keep it simple. You know what I mean? And
I understand
you
that.
You don't need if you have like a bunch of tier 3, like third options, high end third options, like the Patriots did for years, and you have a couple 2s, maybe a 1 can develop. That's really all you need. You don't really need a bunch of star names all over the place.
No, but I wouldn't call. I wouldn't call Elijah Moore, Jerry Jeudy star names per se. I mean, Jerry Jeudy could be, but if you really think
they're guys that could develop in the 1s, they have the abilities because they're so young still.
And you got to keep in mind too, if we were to trade for Jerry Jeudy, it might be we're trading for him because we want him to be our 1 in a year. Like that would be that. But
yeah, you're basically saying that Amari Cooper's out of here in a year.
Which, I mean, at this point, he's at least playing for 2 more years because of the contracts they worked out. You don't need a true 1 for at least another 2 years because you have Amari there. Yeah. But if you bring someone in like
on this, he was complaining. I agree with Dan on this. When he was in New York, he was complaining, which was very risky as a second-year player to start bitching about not getting the ball.
You're talking about Elijah Moore. Okay.
You can run yourself out of the league really fast when you start doing that young. He was still, he's not proven yet. So he took a chance doing that. Now, he paid off. He got out of there. But I agree with Dan. I would just keep it simple. You got your 1-2 punch. You're running the ball. You don't really need it's not a need. You know what I mean? You don't need to give up more for that. Unless you're looking for the future. But I think they got to win now. So, you know what I mean? It's like.
Right. And here,
there's always
at the end of the day.
Every offseason.
Right. And here, but at the end of the day, if they say give us DPJ and 98 for Jeudy, I'd do it. Like I would do that.
I don't think they're not going to do that though.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like if I had to choose between DPJ and Jeudy,
if I were them though, why would I trade Jerry Jeudy?
I don't know if it's. I know he was very unhappy with
Cortland Sutton over him.
Well, it's more so. I know he's not the biggest fan of Russell Wilson. It's been very quiet. So everything coming out from like Albright, who covers the Broncos.
Yeah, he's better than Jeudy. I don't know if he's better than Jeudy. I don't think so.
Oh, what does that say?
He said DPJ is better.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
I don't think
DPJ is good. He's great.
You can't create separation like Jerry. He's not the route runner, Jerry.
No, he's a great possessional receiver. I love DPJ and what he does. He's like Alan Lazard. Great blocker. He's great for a receiver. Yeah, great. Like that's the perfect comp for him on a more well-known name.
Could he become better? Does he have the ability? Yes, he has the ability, and we'll see what he does now with the full off season with Watson. Everything's normal now, so. Could he become better? Does he have the ability? If he gets a little faster, yeah, maybe. But
I don't.
This whole thing just creates separation. That's it.
Yeah, he's your backside dig guy. He'll great possession receiver. He doesn't get open a lot, but he catches a lot. And a great blocker in the run game. He's Alan Lazard. Like that's perfect comp, and I would say Jerry Jeudy is much better than Alan Lazard. Oh, did more people join?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I'm going to appointment with Punk Scott tomorrow.
You said what? Hold on, hope
You
you guys
hear
can
me?
hear. Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, we can hear you.
I said, how many appointments you punks got tomorrow? Oh, where's Corey? I thought Corey
Just-
was in there.
His mic's
Oh, his phone's
jacked.
broken. You know
He's
that.
got the Hawaii phone again. He's got Cricket Mobile or Cricket
I think I
Wireless.
got like 2. Actually, I got Corey and I's guy coming back from like last month.
Oh, we got Julie up here too. Julie, what do you do up here?
I'm having fun.
Okay.
I just want to listen.
Okay. You got any
Yeah.
thoughts on the Browns or no?
They better not mess us up. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Fair point.
Exactly. Get up, Joe. Get those appointments done.
How many appointments you got
Dan.
tomorrow, Mike?
Dan, who's gonna be better in the South next year? Baker Mayfield and the Falcons, or in the,
1 or
in the
2.
Bucks, or the Falcons? Who's gonna be better?
That's a good question.
Who's gonna be better? Well, Baker Mayfield, he won the job. I mean, could what's his name win the job? Who's the dude down there?
Kyle Trask. Yes, I do think that. They really do like Kyle Trask a lot, actually,
Yeah,
from what I
he went
heard.
to the University of Florida. I mean,
Baker Mayfield will be out of the league in 6 games.
damn.
Be done.
Do you still think the
What's
Bucks are better than the Falcons?
He'll be cut.
I
Corey's
think
in the
that.
house.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, Corey. It's amazing.
My mic was off.
Oh,
You're clapping. You had to leave and return just to figure out your mic was muted.
Yeah. Whatever.
Corey,
Mike.
who's gonna be better in the South next year? The Falcons or the Bucks?
Falcons, bro. We got
Why?
Tyler Heineke.
Oh, my God.
Taylor Heineke. You don't
Corey,
even say his damn name right.
We got
You can't even say his name.
that's Corey's new name at work, Heineke.
Nah, bro. We got Lamar coming. We got Lamar.
We got old
Hold
Corey.
hold on to the dream. Hold on to the dream, even though Jim Irsay's plane was in Baltimore for like the whole day today.
Yeah.
See, that's what I agree with Dan. I told you guys Baker will lead the league in picks. He will.
11 picks in first grade. If he throws 11 picks in his first 3 games, is that a record, Dan? You're the football historian. I know a lot about the current game right now, but you're the historian here. Would that be a record if he threw 11 picks his first 3 games?
It'd have to be.
Or has somebody done that before? I don't know. I feel like somebody could have done that before. Doesn't seem like it's an egregious number, but like, could someone have done that in the 90s?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there was a quarterback in the 90s as bad as Baker Mayfield.
I do hate Baker.
What he said.
I'd love to hate him.
Evans will be demanding a trade by week 8. Can we get Evans maybe mid-season?
Oh yeah, fastest way to get your receiver traded, just sign Baker Mayfield.
Right.
Fastest broom in the West.
I'm telling you, he'll be
Baker
cut
Mayfield.
halfway through the season.
Bruce Arians just can't quit him. I can't quit you, Bake.
Bruce Arians
He's
ain't
just up
coaching.
there. Well, I know, but Bruce Arians is the one with infatuation with him, and isn't he like
He's like
assistant
an advisor.
GM or something?
He's like a special advisor.
Oh, okay. Well, every team has different words for it, but he's got some
He's
sort of
involved.
pull there.
Yeah, he's involved. But yeah, Corey, what's your thought on the offseason so far? What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, how would you grade the Falcons off season so far? Give me that. I want to hear it from an NFC Southport.
F. We got an F.
Damn.
F. Damn, that's a little heavy. I wouldn't give him an F.
No, I'd probably give him, realistically, I'd give him a C. All right.
A C is
Did he
fair.
really?
A C is fair. C plus. I'd give him a C plus. I'd be nicer.
Oh,
I
Mike,
like
I got to
how we
upgrade
got
my
grade.
Mike. I got to update my grade for the Browns. Last time we talked last Monday, before all the receiver stuff this week, I gave him a C plus.
I thought that was really harsh.
Well, I was putting pressure on him. I'm now moving that up to an A minus.
I'll take an A minus. I think A minus is very fair because I think they've addressed all of their needs. And the only way they would have gotten an A plus is if they were able to do that with a huge splash. But all of their moves have been super smart, and they've just been
A minus is like top of the tier of the free agency league for all the teams. If you're an A minus, you're like one of the top 5 free agent teams, I think, or 10 at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that grade.
That's what
Very fair.
PFF gave him that too. But yeah,
Peyton
Corey,
Manning went 1 of 15
what's
his
going
rookie
on
year.
down there? What's going on in the ATL, Corey?
28 picks?
You getting the Lamar or what?
I didn't know that. That's a lot.
I don't know, man.
What's the latest reports?
Our latest report right now, our starting quarterback is Heineke.
Taylor Heineke. Dude, people love Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking clown.
Oh, they love him.
Yeah,
He's a great kid, dude.
Get you a Heineke jersey.
Get you out here. Hell no.
Heineke.
Get you a fucking
Yeah,
Heineke
so like,
jersey.
trying to think who is all that Atlanta got. Jesse Bates was your big one.
Most cap space, and we got Tyler Heineke.
You're trying to trade for Derrick Henry right now, apparently.
Yeah, hope it would have a good chance.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Hope
Corey,
would beat the Falcons.
Corey, that division's trash.
Hell yeah. The Saints are probably going to win the division.
Yeah, I think so. Well,
I mean, the Saints probably will win that.
Depending on Carolina. Carolina's got some nice little pickups. So.
Carolina could really be a young team that could emerge. They could get Stroud and
Yeah.
get some other pieces in there. Watch out.
Well, Mike owes me $100.
Carolina's not that smart. They're going to get Will Levis.
Mike's going to owe me $100 when CJ Stroud gets picked number 1.
He should go number 1.
He's going to go number 1.
It's going to
If
be
they
Will
take
Levis.
Anthony Richardson, it's a mistake.
It's going to be Will Levis.
Well, now it's
Watch.
Will Levis. And
Watch. It's going to
that's
be.
what Mike's
It's
saying.
going to
I'm saying
be.
Will Levis is the best quarterback.
Oh,
I didn't say he was the best. I said that Carolina is going to take them. That's what I said.
Wrong.
I think the best quarterback is CJ Stroud. He's the most pro ready. But I think the Panthers are going to do something dumb. And I think they're going to draft Will Levis based on intangibles and just his arm, even though he's Jameis Winston 2.0.
There are some people saying behind the scenes that they like Richardson, which I wouldn't take Richardson number 1, but
I do really like Anthony Richardson. But if you pick Anthony Richardson, it's like you're picking him for what he could be and not what he is.
Frenchie's franchise.
I'm a legend at Frenchies. Anybody knows me? I'm a legend at Frenchies.
Right.
I am.
You are.
The owner of Frenchies knows me very well. I was the only 5-year-old that ever went up on stage at 9 o'clock at night on the drum set in that place in a packed house and put on a show. You heard about that, Dad. You weren't there.
What's that?
You heard about that.
What?
When I went up there when I was like 5 and put on a show in front of the whole Frenchies down on the beach.
Shit, you did every time you were there.
They had me on the drum set and everything. I put on a show that night.
Up on stage with the band playing pool.
Then I challenged my inner usher. Channeled my inner usher. Went up there and put on a show.
This is going to be rough.
These are my confessions.
Oh.
You know what they say, gentlemen? The claw is the law.
What? The what?
The claw is the law.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about White Claw, dude.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
That's all I got in my
I
fridge.
gotta give it. Hold on, it was my man's. We have somebody on the panel who just had a birthday. We gotta give him a shout out. Shout out to Corey. Happy birthday to you.
Happy late birthday, Corey.
Happy birthday to you.
Little Chris.
One day you'll do it. One day you'll be a real boy.
Oh, fuck you, Mike.
Pinocchio looking mug.
Oh, it's your birthday, Corey. What'd you do this weekend for your birthday? Anything?
Well,
cars.
No. Today, me and Alexander, his wife, and Paige, we were getting ready for softball.
Softball?
Yeah, softball. Was,
you hit them out of the park or what?
Come on, Dan. Here comes Dan.
Yeah, come on, Dan. We got a softball player.
I want to start. I want to start a
Actually,
semi-professional dodgeball league.
we need like 2 more people.
Wait, Mike, you play in any sport? I want to see that.
Mike ain't playing. He bailed on us.
What do
I
you
didn't bail. You guys didn't keep me in the loop.
Oh, shut up.
It's not
Hey,
bailing.
Dan,
I didn't know nothing.
We need 2 more people. So
I got to ask Dan, does he think Corey can knock it out on field two at
Do you think
down
he
at
can
Green?
still throw 85 miles
Alexander
an
will tell
hour?
you. I was hitting him good. He'll tell you.
Can he knock it out of field too?
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind? I almost hit it out of field too on a baseball, but
I was hitting him good, dude. I'm sore as fuck though.
how far was field two? Was it like 380?
Yeah, field two was 400.
Alexander,
I think I hit it 380 or 400. I hit the fence on that game for a screen.
Alexander piped him 3 fucking 30 or something, 310 or something.
Did he?
Yeah, he was.
Mike can't hit the ball. Brandon
Oh, there's
Owensby.
Owensby.
Shout out to Owensby.
Oh, you're so cute, Owensby. Look at you.
My aunt said hello, you beautiful people. Happy birthday, Weston.
Happy birthday,
Yeah,
Weston.
happy birthday to my nephew.
My cousin.
Weston is an awesome name.
Oh, yeah.
Or you're in luck. I disbanded my team and looking for a squad. What nights?
Hey.
Oh gosh, I'm
Hey,
coming to
Dan,
this. We're
hey,
live
Dan,
streaming this.
Hey, Dan. Sundays.
Sundays. We're at.
It's gonna be at Greensburg Park.
Oh, perfect.
That's
Hey, we
Dan's
need you,
home
Dan.
field.
Come on, Dan.
Jelly.
Dan's a
You
Dan,
can make fun.
If you add Dan, you're adding an all-star. Dan can play.
Oh
So-
no, we need like 2 more. So yeah.
If you add Dan, you're adding an all-star. So
April 23rd.
Dude, Corey, can't hear you, dude.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Corey, you sound muffled all of a sudden.
Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Now we can.
April 23rd. We need 2 more people, Dan.
What's the name of the team?
I don't know. We don't have a name yet. We got a sponsor though.
What's your sponsor?
Uh,
Martin Nissan.
nah. Some golf place. I don't know. Some golf place.
Chiquita Bananas.
Putt joint?
Nah, that
With
was
Clinch.
Baltimore?
it. It was some indoor golf place in
1899.
Top It Up Golf or something. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
He's sponsored by Mellow Yellow. The third best lemon lime soda
I can
you
throw
can
the
drink.
ball 300 and hit farther than that big boy and hand me a sub and send me a.
I've seen this in person too, by the way.
He said I can throw the ball 300
Yeah, I've seen it.
and hit farther than that big boy.
Dan hit him out of Progressive Field one time, if I'm not mistaken.
I've seen him play. He can launch it.
Yeah, he can launch it.
Hell yeah, we need somebody.
I struggle. I haven't. Well, I didn't play enough softball.
Tell
so I was better-
Alexander. Who's is
hit
it? Alexander's team?
Yeah.
Alexander knows Dan.
Hell yeah. We need you. We need some heavy hitters.
Yeah, because
He's asked who's the coach.
Bro, I
Coaching.
was backing him today, bro, for the first time.
Were
in,
you?
like,
I want to
5
see how far you can hit a ball.
I'm telling you. We were at Waterworks today. It was
It's
fun.
metal.
We're going to be training every Sunday. Top fields, baby.
You said what?
Said every Sunday we're training.
We're at Waterworks.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
Dude,
coming
I-
down to your. I'm coming down next Sunday. Then if you're at Waterworks, I'm coming down.
it was so muddy. I fucking dove for this ball and landed straight.
Isn't
in
it? Yeah, the
fucking-
fields. I was out there last week, and Monday I was over there.
Oh, it was.
Dude, it's so muddy on those fields still. They just aerated them too.
Dude, I just bought some new cleats. I'm invested.
I'm coming to your next training session next Sunday. I'm gonna train you.
Congratulations, we made the playoffs. We're going.
I am.
You're
I'm gonna run his
lucky.
ass to the ground.
Bro, I bet you I could throw a softball at least
Congrats.
70 miles an hour.
What'd you say? How
I said,
fast?
I could throw a softball 70 miles an hour.
All right, dude. I'm bringing the gun to work tomorrow.
Bring the gun, bro. No, don't bring the gun. I can't
You
even
want to
lift
win?
my
Put
arm.
Booby in. He
I can't
said.
even lift my arm. I don't even know if I can pencil it somebody tomorrow. I can't even fucking pick up a pen.
Corey, you're taking a CBD in the morning. You'll be just fine. All right.
Bro, I'm so sore.
Owensby. I'm bringing the radar gun, dude.
I'll come in your training session next Sunday. I want to see it.
Bro, come Sunday.
You're at Waterworks, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm coming.
All
next
right,
Sunday.
I'll bring the gun down.
We're
Bring-
coming. Yeah, Mike, you're gonna meet us there, Mike. We'll see what you
You're
got
gonna
too.
bring the gun, yeah. How much?
Was this? When?
Next Sunday, Waterworks. We're all going.
Yeah, I'm throwing.
Okay.
70 miles an hour smoking crack.
I could at least go 60, 65. I know that. I ain't worried.
Just tell me it's not co-ed.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, if you had Dan, you're adding the great players. So probably the best player in your team. Well, I don't want to put pressure on you, Dan, but he's up there.
Hey, we need great players.
I'd have to go train. I'm about to call my buddy. I'm about to call my coach, Dave Pence, get me trained up to come play softball.
Yeah, join. Come on.
I got to go train for a month with Dave. Shout out to Dave Pence.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
Corey
Shout out to that guy.
Corey does all the deals.
Yeah, that's my coach.
Hell yeah.
Him and Jim Gleisner.
It felt good getting out there, bro, and playing
It's nice out there. I like going out there.
ball again. Oh man.
It's co-ed. Last I saw Brandon playing, it was co-ed. Is it still?
I don't know what
Yes.
he's talking about. You know what he's talking about, Corey?
It is.
Yeah.
It's co-ed? For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Dan ain't gonna play that.
It's not worth the time.
Hey, I just joined, dude. I'm just trying to have a good time.
Dan just needs to be around boys.
Yeah.
Bill's been timing that. Oh,
He's
well.
I'm out.
Jill's been chiming in. Owens B's been
My sister?
Yeah.
Hi, Jill.
Said hi, Jill.
Hi, everybody.
Jill
What's
said hi,
going
Jill.
on?
Hello.
I'm getting an echo.
Are you close
Mike.
to Julia?
Yeah.
That's
Come on.
why.
Okay.
She has headphones on.
Doesn't matter. The phones are close.
Oh.
No,
So you guys can go to different rooms.
yeah, Dad, you can go.
Who's that?
She said you can go.
Who's
That's
that?
me. Julia.
Not getting up.
Corey, what's going on with the Hawks, Corey? What's going on? Are they making the playoffs or what?
He'll mess with
37 and 37 in that 8 spot.
You doing any damage in the playoffs this year or no?
Nah.
Oh, man. You better hope you get Lamar Jackson, dude. You guys need it.
We need that spark. We need Lamar.
You need a lot.
Yeah, we
I
need
mean, there's a quarterback at 8. I don't know if there will be. What's that thing do? The softball comes off a good swing bat at about 100 miles per hour down third base. I'm not worried about breaking some girls' nose from green playing on the pitch.
Hey, that's why I ain't playing third base, bro.
Bro, you signed waivers.
I played third base.
I like center field or short.
I played third base and right field.
Can't believe you didn't golf today, Corey.
Yeah, I got this softball, dude, and I'm kind of I'm more intrigued about this softball now than golf.
Yeah, right.
Friend request.
Probably is, but it's a new hobby.
Yeah, I'm still golfing.
And I was checking out my clubs in the garage
I
today.
bought some Pro V1.
We're going to
I
big
always end
shots.
up in the
now.
outfield for some reason. Yeah, if you need an outfitter, man, I can come play for you.
Hell yeah.
Everybody's so excited to see me hit a golf ball because it's going to be
Dude,
hilarious.
that's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I've never even touched a golf club.
That club might go flying in the air.
Might.
Oh, I'm golfing too, bud.
What the fuck?
What is that?
You guys got a bomb going off or what?
You got a bomb.
What do you say, Corey? If you hit a home run, I'll give you a free deal. Oh, that's a bet. Take that
Ooh.
bet, dude. That's
Inside
just
the
one
park
home run.
I mean, that's
Just
easy.
one home
Don't
run.
you still owe
I
him
feel like
deal?
he can do that.
Inside the park home run.
Take the bet, dude. Take it out of the park. By the end of the season, you'll hit one. I'll train you.
Nah. I'm old, bro.
It's like 31. What are you talking about?
32.
32.
32. You're young. You can hit one out.
I came close today on my
Yeah,
third
take the
field
bet,
goal.
dude. Take the bet. It's a free deal.
Nah, I want it to be a deal.
If you can't hit a home run on field 3, just quit the league. Now that he's right on that. Field 3 is very small. You can hit one on field 3,
Where
Corey. Take the
Greensburg
bet.
Park? I never even
Yes.
played there.
Take the bet. Take the bet, Corey. You're gonna
You
hit one
never
on
been to
field 3.
Greensburg?
Nah.
Oh, it's nice. It's a nice facility.
It's one of the
Yeah,
best
field
facilities
3 is like.
around.
I think I could hit one.
You
And I
could.
have-
Oh, then that's corny.
so you should certainly go hit one.
Yeah, field 3 was so small.
Field 2 was the big one.
They should just.
I played on every field there, so
I like
Joseph hit the Kansas City.
What are you meowing at, Cat?
field 2 is the best field, though.
What are you talking about?
I can't believe Lynch isn't on here.
I texted him. He's probably on babysitting duties or
He's
something.
getting his own sleep.
He texted me back.
He's getting his own sleep.
Joseph, he didn't text you back.
I don't know what he's doing.
He was texting me like a minute ago.
She said, "What's Joy have to say?" Tell her that one, Dad.
Huh?
Mother,
Jill left her a comment.
Jill said, "What do you have to say?"
I have a lot to say.
Like what?
You're only ready for me.
Fire
Oh.
away.
Joseph said, "Fire away."
He said he's fixing his tire.
Who's fixing it?
Only Dad would laugh at that.
Wait, who's fixing the tire?
Jeremy.
What? What tire? Who's fixing it?
Only Dad would laugh at that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, is it a joke?
Yeah.
Are you eating my salad?
He's fixing every tire in the neighborhood.
So you can hear everybody on here, but they can't. Do you get her earphones on?
Blah, blah. Let's go. It's cranberry flavored. It's awful.
What's cranberry flavor?
White Claw, probably.
No, that's horrible.
It is. Very bad. That's all I got in the fridge, so I'm drinking it.
He's fixing his tire.
Tastes like somebody took perfectly good cranberry juice and then poisoned it.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, it's just a little bit of cranberry juice mixed with hemlock. It's great. Start foaming out the mouth like Caesar. Let's go.
Well, Mike, what's been going on at the cardio ship this week? Let's get a Fred Martin Nissan report. What's anything going on this week? Any crazy customers?
No. Well, yeah, but no.
Oh.
Oh, explosion!
Explosion. Explosion.
A bomb. A bomb.
Stuff.
It's a bomb.
But yeah, what do you got? What's been going on in your guys' world? Anything? Any guys? What you guys been thinking about? Any topics? What's been interesting in the world for you guys lately?
Oh, and
What has been interesting?
What about you, Corey?
What'd you say?
What's been interesting in the life of Corey Mitchellwick?
what he said?
Mahalik.
Mikulek.
Mikulak. Michelin Man.
I just been chilling,
Yeah.
watching this March Madness. That was crazy today.
Yeah. Well, who do you guys got in the Final Four? Who do you got win it all?
Final Four.
What's that?
Oh, who do we have going to the championship?
Yeah, I mean, who do you like in the Final Four? We got
UConn's gonna win it all.
I like
UConn, FAU. Was it San Diego State made it?
San Diego State or Miami.
Okay. I like FAU only because my buddy JJ played there. I'm gonna pick him for him.
But they
I'm gonna
you
go
got
with
a nice
FAU.
point guard, that Dale Green guy.
Did
or
they do
whatever.
a girls' MAC tournament?
UConn's just so
Yeah.
talented.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, I think UConn.
You're taking UConn?
No.
I mean, I'd like to see Florida Atlantic win, but that UConn just looked like. I mean, the way they move the ball around and.
Yeah. What do you like, Mike? UConn?
Yeah, I'm riding with UConn. UConn's great, and I'm never betting on Alabama or Tennessee to win anything ever again because I was that close to the
Dan's
$3,000
in the house.
parlay. Oh, there he is.
That's what happens when you drink your White Claw.
What's going on, Dan?
Yeah,
What's
well,
up?
that's just what happens when you download FanDuel.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on? How are you doing?
Hello, Danny boy. Good to talk to you.
I just called in to confirm once again that Corey is playing co-ed softball.
Why?
I mean, I really had to hear it for
You
myself.
act like I had a choice.
Why?
I just got invited to the team, and I didn't know if it was co-ed or not.
You do know there are teams that don't have girls on them too, right?
Hey, who's doing what?
It's gonna get smoked.
Yeah, so Dan, you're out on that, right?
Yeah, I cannot play co-ed. I cannot operate at the competitive level that someone that plays softball needs to compete at with girls with their shirts tied up in pigtails.
And pigtails.
Oh man.
And Corey, you don't want me to play anyway
Why not?
because you wouldn't be sniffing center field once I showed up, buddy.
You're taking your spot.
You'd be a pinch runner.
Hell
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is Brandon the coach
No.
of that team?
yeah. Huh?
No.
Hey Corey, is Brandon coaching the
You
team,
asked.
Alexander?
I don't know. It's his team.
He what?
That's his team. Nah, I mean, I just joined it.
Corey, your mic's all muffled. What do you like? The phone
Yeah.
on the pillow?
Keep going.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Dude, my fucking phone. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm talking right into
You got
it.
the shittiest phone I've ever seen in my life.
dude, it's a co-ed
Cut
phone.
that
Oh my God. No, he's got one of them Huawei phones from China.
Oh my gosh.
Good grief! Did you get that from Corey Fisher? Got that old Chinese.
He works on Arlington Road, and he's got the phone service at Arlington Road as well.
I mean, Corey, you got me all excited. I just bought a new glove. I bought a new bat. I just now told my guys I didn't want to play Sundays anymore, so I was looking for a team. I'm ready to play, and you're playing co-ed.
Hey, we can find a team that's not, or a league that's not co-ed.
Yeah, I know. What are you going to build a whole new team?
We can, dude. Hell yeah, let's do it.
What time do you guys play at? 3 o'clock? You guys play the co-ed 3 and 4 games?
Man.
Because if you stick around after those, the real men's 5 and 6 games happen after that.
Oh yeah.
That's the last time I saw Brandon. He was playing co-ed.
Marshall, Maui, so loudly. What are you doing? Where are you, monster?
Yeah, Dan used to have the best team name, Stark County Dirtbags. That was great. I went a couple of games.
Yet another thing ruined by COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? That's the last time?
We stopped during COVID. Then my entire team got old, and now their knees and ACLs can't hold up to play anymore. So my entire team aged out on me. There's only a few of us left, so I'm like, well, shit, I'm not going to put a whole new team together. I'll just go find a team.
Right.
Who's a little hype for it?
I'm sure you'll find one.
Yeah.
It's not
no, I wasn't crazy about playing on Sundays because all the shit we do on Sundays and Jeep stuff and Jeep drives and all that shit happens on Sundays, and park that right in the middle of the day just shuts down your whole day. But I mean, I would still come and play some games. I mean,
But it sucks that it cuts into all that. But I totally would cut it all out.
I mean, Corey could have all those Field 2 days. All the Field 2 games, you can play all the center field you want out there, dude. Let me just tell you, you're on an island out there, buddy.
Yeah, you'll be running your ass off out there. I played in center field out there.
You better be Kenny Lofton out of that piece.
You get your track shoes, you'll be running your ass off.
Yep.
It's like running suicides in basketball.
Yeah, just don't play deep on Field 2, buddy. You're right off the infield grass is where you want to play until they prove that you don't need to play up there.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, actually, in co-ed, just play right behind second base. That's the farthest that shit's getting hit.
Yeah.
I've never even played a co-ed game. Are there special rules for co-ed? Do you have to do like boy-girl throughout the lineup and shit? And are there positions that the girls can't play?
This is my first time doing it.
They can't put a girl at third base. There's no way they could put a girl at third base and have anyone that can play softball. Unless you got a star at third base. Like she's got to be a high school star player to play third base in a grown men's softball league.
She played Division I college ball.
Yeah, but what if it's a dude dressed up as a girl?
Well, you are in green, so.
He said you are in green.
One thing they would know is that I identify as a cleanup hitter when I come to the plate.
That's right.
Cleanup hitter.
Dude, I used to have to wear a mouthpiece playing third base in softball because these guys were hitting absolute cock rockets.
Yeah. Dave. You better be on your P's and Q's playing third base. Oh gosh.
Yeah, there ain't no way.
Yeah, you're not playing third base, Corey. We wouldn't see you the next day at work.
Well, you could just run in and play third when the girls get up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Protect the swinging bunts.
Yep.
Corey, you can play center, dude. You got some burners.
Yeah, you got some speed on you, Corey?
Yeah. You run, Corey?
Oh, that's all. I always play.
Got a good vert too.
I've seen him run. He's fast.
All right, send me the schedule. Send me the schedule because I at least want to come watch these games.
Well, I'm gonna go watch him train next Sunday. I'm gonna go watch him train first.
Train where? Waterworks.
Waterworks. Yeah.
That's where I started at the Waterworks.
Yeah, that's my home field.
That's short porches up there at Waterworks.
Mm-hmm.
They just got the fields. They're working on the fields right now. It's still a little muddy though.
Oh yeah.
In our last game at Waterworks, our entire team got ejected.
I remember
by a guy that worked for me at the time.
Oh, beautiful.
Who was that?
That was that Jerry dude in secondary, the big bald dude, Joe.
Yeah. Jerry Kraft, wasn't it?
Yeah, he tossed our whole team because Perchinsky kept hawking loogies and threw his glove at him, and he had to duck. And we all ran in to try to grab Perchinsky, and both benches cleared, and he tossed our whole team. And the next game was the championship. We all got ejected, and we were up 5 runs.
What a dick. It's probably because you're from Fred Martin.
That was Team Motherload.
I remember that.
Motherload.
I think I came down to watch a few of those games.
We did. I went with you to ones at Waterworks.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yep. Team Motherload. But I would love to play, but not co-ed. But Corey, if you're serious about playing softball, I'll put you on the roster for the Bob Earl Sr. overnight Maslin tournament. And you haven't seen softball, so you've been there, buddy.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
32 teams. You play 6 games overnight. First game's at 7 p.m. The last game's at 3 a.m.
Damn.
Jesus.
What? That is wild.
Yep, and then you bracket in and how you seed. The actual tournament starts at 7 a.m. the next day. So you play softball for like 18 hours straight, and you're playing against all the pro softball players from Canton. I mean, these guys are just insane. They play 5 nights a week. They don't have jobs, and then 2 of them are on the U.S. Olympic.
They don't have jobs.
They don't have jobs.
They don't have jobs. They're professional softball players.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
All the cats from Haas.
Oh my God, the Haas game. you know it's bad when you're running P-car out to the bump to pitch.
Or Reinhardt on deck with his full grit hanging out of his mouth.
Yep, and Gerg shows up with no glove,
comes
no
over the
bat,
hill
in basketball shoes. And
You know, Gerg
and
just
one
comes
short.
over the hill with Air Jordans on and nothing else. Hands, nothing. He just comes over the hill.
Those weren't even Air Jordans, dude. Them were Marburys.
Yeah.
Marberries.
That was the best day ever. We looked up, he just came over the hill, just nothing in his hands. It's just
Not even a glove, a drink, a phone, car keys. Like he just walked there and just showed up.
Yeah, we played in Kenmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make-
I remember the game in Norton, though, man. Those dudes, what they bomb out like 50 home runs?
Yeah, they were nuts.
Heck, we had John umpire, remember?
Yeah. Folk dog.
I got season tickets to the Gardos this year, Joe. So you and Joy got to come out with me and Ashley and catch some games.
You think they're going to make a big trade right now? There are rumors for a lot of big players.
I don't know, but they're. It looks like they're trying. I mean, my gosh, Josh Bell hit a ball yesterday that hasn't landed yet.
Yeah, they look pretty damn good.
I do like Josh Bell a lot. That was a nice addition.
Josh Bell's your prototypical just beer swilling first baseman. Just comes up there weighing 260, not giving a shit, and just blasts the ball.
They could win the whole thing this year.
Well, Tito's gonna. As long as Tito's there, he's gonna give him a chance to play in it. But there are some stacked squads.
I think just the momentum they have. I think because they're so young. You know, I mean, baseball's so unpredictable, more than any other sport. They could. They have the ingredients to do it.
How many years do you think Tito has left? Like maybe 2?
As many as he wants.
Yeah.
Right.
That dude can roll out an oxygen tank for all I care. That dude's a genius.
Yeah. He loves Cleveland too.
Yeah, he could keep
Oh,
for quite a while, man.
That's because he can ride his Vespa around and nobody can tell who he is. He just looks like a local Cleveland guy.
Yeah,
Right.
he loves it here.
Easy
remember when someone stole that shit?
Oh,
like
Yeah,
a couple months back, and all of Cleveland was basically like, "You give back Tito's scooter, we'll hunt you down like an animal." Swear to God, it'll be like a purge out here just for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't mess with her.
They did find him a scooter. They found him a scooter.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, you're back at Fred Martin Nissan, I heard. Congratulations. Back with the crew.
Thank you, Captain. Yep, back in the old grind.
Are you still
I just
bartending?
can't stay away.
Are you still twilighting as a
No.
bartender as well?
No.
Oh,
That's a long story that I am not at liberty to say because of my my NDA. But,
you signed a non-compete?
oh no, I signed an NDA. Long story. Don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Can't talk about it.
All right, that's cool. You know that makes me want to talk about it, though, right?
I understand. I'll go right back to my NDA.
When your enemies pop in and you put some contact solution in his drink and he was shitting his pants for the next 2 days?
My enemy at that point would be the U.S. court system, and I don't want to challenge that one.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Mike's in some serious shit here.
Do you need Johnny Rockets on the case or what? Undefeated in court, buddy.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
He's Morano. He's Morano Mike now.
Morano Mike.
Morano Mike.
Or
you're driving a Morano, Mike?
No, that's what he said.
No, I ain't whipping one.
Yeah,
No, I just sell all the inventory no one else wants. That's what I'm really good at right now.
Oh, nice.
I've sold 3 Armadas since I've been there, which apparently is unheard of.
Well, that's unheard of for any Nissan dealership in a whole calendar year.
Right. We sold 6 of them bitches in 1 week. Got every dealer calling us like, "How you getting rid of all those things?"
Yeah.
Show you how it's done.
The Nissan Armada is the import Chrysler Aspen.
Oh yeah,
That's exactly what
Chrysler Aspen was nicer.
Exactly. I drove one. I was driving one at the demo, and it reminded me of an Aspen.
Yeah.
Gosh, and big
It's
turd.
comfortable.
But they put like a 1, 2, 3 program. Remember they did the calibers? They put a similar program on them, and we burned through like 6 of them bitches, and we had 6 in stock. And I'm like, we got to get rid of these things before they hit 90 days. And we burned through all them bitches in 1 week, so they're gone.
I like
You're
the
welcome.
Frontier though. I like the Frontier right now.
Frontier's a sick truck. I
That's
will
a
admit
nice
that.
Are you guys all off on the same days too, or what are your days off? You guys all off?
Pretty much. Tuesdays,
Yeah.
Sundays.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Nice. Huh?
Yeah, I got to keep Mike close to me.
I'd imagine.
Keep him on a little leash.
I will pay good money to watch Mike work a deal with Lynch without your supervision.
It's an experience all around.
Yeah, the customer.
You'll never guess who's managing who.
The customer have 8,000 negative and be a 625 that may or may not be able to prove income.
I'd take that deal. A hell of a deal. Start going Inglorious Bastards out there. You take that deal, Arlo. I'd take that deal.
You got a nice staff going over there now. You got Mike, you got Corey, you got my boy Dante in there. Shout out to Kraft.
Yeah.
We got a nice little staff going over
Got a
there.
nice crew, man. Everybody gets along. It's like a nice, tight little family, man.
Get back to having fun.
Got great
awesome.
personalities.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's a lot of. You got all these different personalities that mesh well. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
It reminds me of the old days. Remember how everybody used to post up in front of us.
Yeah.
And you just bullshit, and then all the camaraderie was built. That's how it is there. It's just like a couple people there get annoyed by it, but I'm like, here, I like it. You know what I mean? I like, if you're in between deals, you got a deal in the box. I like when you're up at the desk. I like having fun.
Kylie's playing 5th and 6th grade girls basketball at the North Canton Y this year, so I signed her up, sent her registration over, and I get a call, and it's Jordan Matheny on my phone, and Jordan's like, "Hey, Dan, what's going on? Haven't talked to you in forever." I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Jordan?" He's like, "I'm the youth sports director at the North Canton YMCA, and I see the last name Malott on this roster." He goes, "I know you're not letting anyone else coach your kid, so are you coaching?" And I'm like, "Well, shit, I didn't plan on it, but do you have one?" And he's like, "No." I was like, "I'll coach."
Can I be your assistant?
So it's just me solo. I got a whistle and a backup whistle, so you know how I'm running things.
And a backup whistle.
That's good.
We're out there running. We were 2 weeks away from our first game. They gave me 3 weeks to get these girls ready for their first game in this North Canton League that's like 7 different teams. 2 of my girls have never played organized basketball in their entire life. And then, so it's a little bit chaotic right now, but we're putting it together.
If you need any plays for
you'll
that
love
age,
it,
call me.
dude.
I've coached that age before. If you need any plays, just call your boy.
I love it. I love it. I could always use a good assistant. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah,
Coaching youth sports changed my life. It actually changed my career. There's nothing that helped my career more than coaching youth sports.
I love it. I love coaching T-ball. I helped coach your basketball team last year as like assistant coach, but this year is awesome. It's just, the sad thing is, of all the mainstream sports I follow, I probably know the least about basketball.
Yeah.
If you need help, call me. I got
basketball, so it's like,
if you need any help, you call me.
That's awesome, man.
I had them running full court scrimmage, 4-on-4, because I had 8 girls at practice last week. They're absolutely gassed. They already had their water break, though. That shit was at half. And the girl runs up to me and she goes, Coach Dan, can I have some water? I said, in 4 minutes you can have water. And her mom, her mom's sitting front row. So then all the parents show up. I got them running full court scrimmage. These girls are gassed. I said, guess what? If you score, practice is over. If your team scores, if you get scored on, you're giving me 5 laps. You would have thought I had 2 versions of the Detroit Pistons out there with how many fouls and defense was being played. These girls were getting hacked. There were 6 turnovers. It was the longest possession in the history of North Canton Y ball.
Oh my god!
just have them be your version of the bad boy Pistons.
There it is. The Hangover right there. Zoom in. That's the DVD cover of The Hangover right there. You got Zach Galifianakis, Bradley Cooper, and Ed Helms. There's Picard, Ryan Blair.
Look who it is.
To the right. No, other way.
Boss.
Other way. Right there. That's The Hangover.
Look at Wooten.
Look how young Woot looks, man.
Got Chad. We got Dave.
Oh my God, Chad's got hair.
We got Chad. We got
Dan's
Dan.
face.
Yep.
That's where my dad sat right there. And we got Picard. We got these 2. I don't know who are these 2.
Joe Draper.
Don't
Ryan
coach.
Blair. That's the Hangover cast right there. That's Galifianakis right there.
Oh yeah, he's got a
Left
Gatorade
is,
bottle. Look, he's got Gatorade.
Damn, that's an old one, man.
Yep,
Jerome,
Jerome,
Kid.
Marty, Lonnie.
Hey, it's Marty.
Don't go tuning me up.
Wow.
Look at old Marty.
That was
What the hell
probably,
is
That was probably minutes before Joe and I had to tell them they had to sell 17 new cars in one day, or they weren't getting any money.
Right.
Well,
Right.
that's pre Kabuki dust for Chad too.
Right. Dude, that showroom looks so weird now, man.
It doesn't even look the same.
Oh my god, it's so weird looking.
Weird.
Yeah.
They got a painting of a safari on the interior for some reason. The jungle of Fred Martin.
Well,
those were the days.
Yep, those were the days. Damn, my hair was actually kind of black too. That's crazy.
I used to love coming in and sit next to Dan. Remember, I used to come in, Dan, I'd sit with you all day. My dad would do a delivery.
Oh, yeah.
I used to sit there. Dan would just say, I just laugh my ass off. That was a lot of fun.
Yep, those were the days. There's some good days right there. A lot of hours
Yeah.
I spent in that chair right there with that same view of that people walking into that glass window in front.
Right.
Yeah.
Boing.
Boing. That's how you hear it. Boing.
It was loud.
Yeah, it was. I remember that day we were sitting there and we just heard it, and Dan's like, everybody's just like, nothing happened. Like, yep, somebody else.
Oh my god.
Remember when Daler had that person back into the glass?
Oh yeah.
Daler? Oh yeah.
Guy just hit right into the glass.
He's all like, what?
Dude, I thought the guy was going to, I mean, for a minute, I thought the truck was going to come through the glass and run my ass over.
When's Nissan having the Glory Days of Summer car show is what I want to know. You guys bringing that back over there?
Absolutely
oh man, that was so much fun.
Jeff would
I
never
loved it.
do that.
Jeff ain't about that.
Now,
I loved it for other reasons completely
That
unrelated.
is Jeff's style.
So,
That's pretty good impression.
Hey, here they would never have it over there anyways, man. We're just the bastards over there. You know what I mean? That's how we're. That's all we are, but that's how we like it, though. You know what I mean?
You guys, I don't know. You guys are on the rise. You guys are, you guys might be A1, A1. You guys are getting.
Well, yeah. Well, here, dude, we're probably tracking to do like 160 cars this month.
Are you kidding me? That's awesome.
No, we're tracking to do like 160. We got 115 delivered right now.
Where did you guys find that many people that are willing to pay 9% interest?
Dude, you know what it is? Nissan's got these 18-month leases.
Oh, that's cool.
Dude, these Frontiers, like 98% residuals.
What?
Oh yeah, dude. They're
nice trucks too.
Yeah, I'm driving this Pro 4X. They're nice trucks, but
really
now
nice.
they got great programs though. Dude, we're like killing it this month. We're leading the district. We're gonna outperform Marhofer.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we're gonna do 160 rigs.
Them Carroll Countyans don't take lightly the Nissan trucks. Let me just tell you.
Oh, I know.
They're not big. They're not big enough.
Their grandpappy died in Pearl Harbor. They ain't driving that shit.
Oh, I get it. Dude, we sell the shit out of them Frontiers though.
Lexus, just like a Toyota, right?
Yeah.
Well, everybody calls us the country club, but the truth is everybody wants. They're just mad because they're not members of the country club.
Oh,
That's right. It's an exclusive club.
I love my little country club.
Of course.
We have fun at the country club now.
Keep it that way. The
Absolutely.
less corporate it is, the better.
We're going to big shots together next month.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, when's your Big Shots trip? I got a group outing for work at Big Shots next month too. What day's the trip?
I think we were shooting for like the
Jeff?
15th. I think we were shooting for like mid-month.
Oh, ours is April 29th. But it's all the managers at Daystar. We do a managers golf outing like every once in a while, but ours is April 29th at Big Shots.
I think it's in. I don't know if it's actually. I just appoint Jeremy to handle all that shit. So
that's his specialty.
So I don't know. I don't know if he's got it set in stone yet. But we do the whole sales staff, and then they can bring a significant other.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
ours all bring their wives too. Yep. It's good.
Yeah.
Time.
So that's what we'll do. So I don't know. Sometime next month. You know, I told I said get one in place for April, and so we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna go there though. Some people like that place better than Top Golf.
I mean, it's just the drive alone makes it better. If you can get in the bottom tees, because they got those power zone tees at the bottom, the ball comes up automatically for you. You don't got to load the ball.
Well, damn.
And the tees are higher, so you're not hitting off those short tees at the top. The short tees at the top make it hard to get a driver under it. But if you go off the bottom level and the 4 bays in the middle, they're high tees, and they come up with the ball loaded on them automatically.
I have to check. I haven't been there yet, but
yeah, it's a good time. The food is delicious, actually, too. They have a Scratch Kitchen there. Their food smashes Top Golf. It's way better.
It looks really good.
Really?
yeah.
Their food is delicious.
That's
It's pretty cool. We got that place like 10 minutes from us now.
They got these places popping up in the South now that are like Top Golfs and Big Shots, but with baseballs. And they'll shoot the baseball up in the air, and you hit the baseball, and you can play it like real simulated MLB fields.
Well, there's also a basketball one being developed. Somebody was just showing.
I showed you that. Yeah, I showed you that.
Yeah, look cool as hell.
And Corey would like the baseball one because the girls can play too.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, whatever.
So, Dan, do you think the Falcons are going to do better than the Bucks next year?
I mean, if they don't, there's a serious problem. I mean, the absolute bringing in of Baker Mayfield is just screaming, we're rebuilding, but we'll try it.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
I mean, just put him in $8 million for a year. I guess that's cheap for a quarterback, which is just sad, considering how long any one of us would have to work to make $8 million, and Baker's going to come in and toss it to the other team for 4 weeks.
My uncle lives down in Tampa, and he was talking to some people down there. They're all excited about it. He's like, "You guys have no idea what you're in for." He goes, "Wait till like week 2."
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand. You would think Tampa watched him play in Carolina a lot and saw what happened there.
It's just because he's a name. But they're just like they're just clinging on this. Because I mean, how do you went from Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of sad Baker Mayfield's still in the NFL and A.J. McCarron is like slinging it around the XFL just so his son can watch him play.
Where do you think? This is for everybody on the panel because it's the big thing.
I love the XFL.
Where do you guys
it's so
think,
much fun.
Where do you guys all think? What's going to happen with Lamar Jackson? Where do you guys think he'll go?
Ooh.
I think Lamar Jackson is a year away from being a Miami Dolphin.
Okay.
I don't think Tua should not even be playing football anymore.
Yeah, he's one more hit away.
Like an
3 concussions in 1 year is way too many.
I was very surprised when they picked up his option so early in the offseason when they didn't have to. Unless they're just trying to do right by him if he wants to play. But now they're not going to bring in Lamar. But I think Lamar could be a year removed from going to Miami and doing some, 1-year deal or get traded. I don't know. But I've always seen him going to Miami and playing for the Dolphins.
What do you
I
think,
think he ends up in Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Atlanta might be the only team to pay Hopkins what he wants money-wise, too, out of desperation. So
that's a big market.
I'm going to go.
They need a quarterback there.
I'm going to go with just because they were in Baltimore for like the whole day today, and I think Jim Irsay is the one owner in the NFL besides Jimmy Haslam that will pay that money because he's desperate as hell. I'm going to say the Colts.
Okay. I actually heard that's been out there, the Colts.
And Jim Irsay was going to spend the whole day in Baltimore today.
Now, what if the Bears decide, hey, Justin Fields is a talented dude. What if we package him up with some picks, ship him, get Lamar, and Justin Fields can do the same thing running-wise that Lamar can do down in Baltimore. That offense is built for him, and do a little swap-a-rooski.
I've heard that, and I don't think it would be necessarily a bad idea because Lamar, I think, is an overall better player, but Justin Fields is so raw still. I don't know. It really depends. I just don't think. I know it's a new. Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but
you think Lamar Jackson is a better overall player than Justin Fields
right now?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's a better player right now, but Fields
overall
is a better
player. When you say overall, I'm talking about. I don't think Lamar Jackson could throw.
I mean overall. I just don't agree. I think Lamar can throw the ball fine. I mean, what
are you kidding me?
He's the first quarterback ever with 4,000 passing and 1,000 rushing. Yeah, I think that. Like, he can pass the ball. Like
he has gotten better. He has gotten better.
He's gotten better.
He can't throw the ball downfield
with no real weapons. He didn't have any weapons aside from Mark Andrews.
Right.
Ever.
He's never had a true number one.
He's not great, but he's not. He's gotten better. We don't.
Like,
That's
I don't think Lamar's their whole offense. I think Lamar is like, if he's like, I don't think he's overrated. I think he's criminally underrated. If anything, like, if he didn't play for the Ravens, I'd love to root for Lamar Jackson as a player because he's so talented.
I root
Right.
for the guy. I love the guy. I like him, but
I like him.
I don't think he can throw the ball. I think he's almost one dimensional, but he's just that
Well-
damn good at that one dimension. But he just he can't throw the ball, and it just never works in the NFL.
Well, I would argue that Justin Fields has the same problem though. Like, I've met Justin
Corey
Fields.
go?
I think Justin Fields can throw the
I can
ball
do that.
better than Lamar Jackson.
He
I think
should.
Justin Fields can be a better runner. I think their arm talents are very similar from what I've seen, at least so far. But again, Justin Fields is still really raw. I could be wrong in a season or two, but kind of to what you were saying, Dan, I don't know if the Bears would do that because Justin Fields is still so young, but at the same token, maybe they would because it's a whole new front office. And it's like, hey, we didn't draft you kind of thing. But at that point, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. It's a good point. They did get a lot of picks. They did sign a bunch of free agents.
Do you think he'll play?
You know who would be
DJ Moore.
You know who would be a tough out if Lamar Jackson went there. And Gergs isn't watching this, but I'm telling you, if he ended in Detroit with their squad,
Oh, the Lions. I said at the beginning.
the
of the year, yeah.
Lions could have a stranglehold on that division for a good time with the talent they have on that team. I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah.
They're going to be a tough out for some teams this year. I think they make the playoffs this year, and they might be a quarterback away.
I don't
Right.
know.
No, I agree with that.
I don't know if Lamar's going to play at the beginning. You think he'll be playing by week 1 on a team?
If the Ravens don't trade him, I don't think he signs the tag. I think he
Here's
sits
what
out.
I think. I think the league is trying to make an example out of him.
I agree.
Because he doesn't.
I agree with that.
Because he doesn't have an agent. They're trying to say
they don't want these guys not having an agent because
what they're saying is, we want you on the field by week 1 because you have a big fan base, and if you don't want to have an agent, you want to go outside of our timeline, and we're going to make an example out of you, these owners.
I agree with that. I don't think it's all owners though. Like, that's why I said Jim Irsay.
Not all, but they all. They're not going to. Yeah, but he'll talk to you. That means he's going to do it though.
Guy that hired Jeff Saturday on a whim. Like, I think he would be the first to be like, "Tell you what, man, I'll give that guy $250 guaranteed.
Yeah,
why not?"
Jeff Saturday probably does what he's told, but you're talking about billionaires, dude. They got egos like we don't understand. You don't go against the grain. Go against the grain, they'll isolate your ass out. You know, they can't have that spreading like wildfire. Like Joseph said, guys, or like Dan said, guys going without agents.
Well, Lamar's made it known.
Maniacs, man.
Yeah, Lamar's been like anti-league, like
Right.
go with the flow since you go look at what he's done. I mean, which I actually respect the guy. He does his own thing, but yeah, they might try to make an example out of him. Which I don't know. It's not fair, but
You're
right.
I think you're right.
They might, yeah. They want these guys to have agents because they backdoor them all with the agents, and the owners can talk to the agent, and they do backdoor deals about talking their guys into shit. And they don't, if they're talking to the player, I mean, it's a whole different story.
But if he had like a solid agent, though, I do think it would be beneficial to him to probably just get a deal done because these agents know how to navigate these things. But
the team we need to be paying attention to is Browns.
The agents do the dirty work for the owners.
Yeah, some do, but I mean, you got some like I don't think Rich Paul's an owner's agent.
No, but see, Rich Paul's like
they could at the
same time. He does the same thing though. I mean, he's got his hands in every every front office. And
I'm saying they're not with the owner. I'm saying if you had a guy like that, if you're going against the Shield, you might need an agent like that if that's what you want to do.
No, I know that, but what I'm saying is, the owners use the agents typically.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
To make the moves they want.
But there are some agents
keep their hands clean.
There are some agents that are becoming more pro.
They do all the tampering.
Yeah. I'll say Atlanta or I think the Commanders possibly could get him.
I know.
Commanders have to figure out who's going to own that team before they guarantee all that money.
I think they could get him. I think maybe not By next year, Bieniemy becomes the coach, Rivera retires. You put Lamar in there.
I can see that happen.
Hmm.
I'm talking about Detroit though, man.
I like
I love their coach. I love Dan Campbell, man.
Yeah.
Yep, he's old school.
Yeah, that's a player's coach there.
He's
Well, look at
biting
the players they
kneecaps.
drafted. I mean, they've had some good draft. They had some great draft guys. My gosh.
Yeah.
They got a
Ryan
young
St. Brown.
squad. I mean, it's crazy. The young squad, Jameson Williams, St. Brown. I mean, they got backs. I mean, they're stacked in a lot of spots. They're going to be a tough team to beat, and that division's wide open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of divisions, as Browns fans, the team we need to be paying close attention to, obviously, is the Cincinnati Bengals, and they've had a rough offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes, they have.
Other than getting Orlando Brown. But they have, other than that, they've had a rough offseason.
If you want to feel better about that, real quick,
about Orlando,
just look at if you want to feel better about that, just look at his grades when he had to block Myles Garrett. That's all I'll say. Not good.
Yeah, well, we never had a problem with the Bengals anyway.
No.
Yeah, no.
And we still couldn't win the division. I'm talking about us winning the division. That's what we need to do.
I
this
agree.
year.
Yeah.
Win the division. That's
They
the
should win.
only purpose
They
it should be is the division.
they could win the division. There's no excuse.
Well,
No, I think this year is the best
Jamar
case.
Chase might be in some trouble. Mixon's
Right.
always in trouble. He may be on his way out. They let P. Ryan walk,
They got
And
contracts looming.
and now their solution is they're going to bring in Zeke. I heard they're going to get Zeke Elliott coming to Cincy.
Who doesn't fit there?
And
He
it's
doesn't
going
fit
to
anywhere.
be – they got some contract issues, and they got to sign Burrow before the start of the season, and that dude's going to get $57 million, and there's going to be
Right.
some
And they still put the padlock on the vending machines at night. They do.
Well, Mike Brown. Did you see the thing about Mike Brown trying to get workers' comp dismissed for all the contracted Ohio?
Yeah, that must be really, really going over well with all the Bengals players.
Oh, if you're a free agent and you got to go to Ohio to play a sport, he reached out to the United States government to try to get it amended that any worker in Ohio that's an athlete, I'm talking Guardians, Cavs, everybody, if you're under contract, you are not entitled to any workers' comp after you've been out of the league for 5 years. So with the NFLPA, how it is, and all of them worried about the long-term, conditions of players and all this stuff, he just threw it all in the trash and was like, hey, we're not paying shit anymore.
My God.
So now if you're a free agent, you're like, what is this guy saying? I mean, it's the same guy that took his own dad's name off the stadium for $7 million a year. The guy's a billionaire, and he sold it to Paycor. I mean, you can't get any cheaper than that. How are you going to take Paul Brown's name off your stadium? It's your dad.
How you take Paul Brown's name to anything in
shit.
Ohio?
Yeah.
Mike Brown's a piece of shit.
I mean, he is the league. You know what I mean?
He is Ohio. How you take anything
He's
in
the
Ohio?
league. Everything you see in football today is Paul Brown.
Paul Brown, right?
Now it's Paycor Stadium, bud.
Oh my gosh, it's awful.
$7 million a year. He sold out his dad.
How does Ashley root for those losers?
Cheap ass facility.
Well, that's legacy. I mean, they're winning now, and she's been about it since they stunk, and she's been through it. So I can't argue with that because as a Browns fan, how could you? But
I know.
I love Joe Burrow. Believe me, I love Joe Burrow. I think Joe's awesome, and he's hard to root against. But man, I really need the Browns to
I love it when Joe Burrow gets stacked. I love it when he just gets absolutely bulldozed. That's when I love him.
I do
when
like
he's on it.
I've watched Burrow since high school. My dad and I saw Burrow in person and play high school basketball.
I hate LSU. I always have. I don't give a shit.
I saw him play high school
Burrow's
basketball.
a Buckeye, dude.
He says that just to get on the good side of all the Ohio fans. He's a Tiger. He doesn't care.
Mike, we had
Tiger.
All the players come from LSU, buddy.
I know. I like Grant Delpit. Don't get me wrong. I know we got some LSU.
He's
they only have one.
That's a factory down there, man.
Grant Delpit needs to step up his effort this year. John Johnson took the fall for his lack of effort.
Grant played
well. No, okay. So that's where I'll
late when they brought up all the newbies late in the season when their season was over. When they brought all the guys off the bench and were like, "We're going to give people playing time." Grant Delpit was like, "Oh shit, I might lose my job. I better play."
Grant should be.
I really think JJ. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. JJ3's problem. I don't think JJ3 is a bad player. I don't think he was a bad player. He was playing out of position. If you look at what he was good at with the Rams, he was a box safety, basically like a third linebacker out there when he made plays close to the ball. he really didn't take a lot of snaps at pure free safety, and Joe Woods just threw him out there and be like, this is what you do now, even though, you know, that's not what you do well. Joe Woods was astronomically bad at finding what his players do well and then exploiting that and, like, you know, strengthening.
Joe Woods pre-snap will just show what they were doing and nothing. Like, no, like, movements, nothing. There was, like, no disguises. It was like, this is what we're doing. Now figure it out.
Here, you can watch an NFL football game and tell if a guy's out there trying to win the game and compete and put it on tape, or if he's just clocking in to get a paycheck. And John Johnson III was clocking in to get a paycheck all season last year.
All season long.
And Grant Delpit was doing it the first half of the season. They both were.
John Johnson was telling you in his media comments.
I mean, Grant Delpit was our leading tackler.
Well, what's that say when he plays safety and they're getting past your D line every time? Of course.
Right.
Oh, I know. I agree. It's horrendous, but, like,
Your
that's what I'm saying.
tackler is supposed to be your middle linebacker. That's what we need.
Yeah. And I think Awak, who was our leading tackler, not last season, but the season before, I think if he stays healthy, he's a pretty decent Mike.
So was Andre Davis in the early 2000s, but all the tackles were 9 yards downfield.
And so was, who the fuck was the other guy that we had before? BJ Hill. No. I'm talking about before we signed Awak. Is it BJ Hill who had thrown out there? Oh no, Malcolm Smith, the ghost of Malcolm Smith. That's who it was.
He played some solid minutes for them in the playoff games.
He was good in coverage.
He just brought like a little veteran leadership to him, but yeah, he only had like a year left.
Guys, I'm doing it. I just finished that cranberry White Claw, and I have one more in the fridge, and I'm going to drink it. I'm doing it.
My favorite player on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, now that the GOAT is retired, is none other than Devin White. And the Browns need to find their Devin White.
I agree.
Yeah, we're going to definitely draft one.
Captain.
He's a bad dude.
Yeah.
I love watching him play.
Yeah, I really think we're going to draft a linebacker in this year's draft. We've just addressed everything else with money, so I definitely see us going linebacker in the draft, probably D-line, probably maybe if there's a receiver they like. I like this cat out of Ole Miss, Jonathan Mingo, a lot. He'll probably be there in the 4th, 5th round, kind of a DPJ kind of prospect.
Do we really need a receiver? I mean, aren't they going to keep Felton around to play receiver?
He'll probably be out. I just see them. I don't think they're going to pay DPJ, Dan. I really don't. I think
why?
Why? Because we have more people on offense on a $10 million plus contract than any other team in the NFL right now.
I understand.
We don't have the money.
You're looking for a solution when Cooper leaves next year, and it's right there. DPJ is a number 1. He can be a number 1.
I
don't
know about that. I think he could be a really good 2.
He could be a good 2.
He had 900 yards receiving as a 2 last year, and we were terrible.
Yeah, but he can't create separation consistently.
He really can't. Like, I don't think he's a 1. I think he could be a really good 2. I really do.
I agree with Dan. Here's what I would do with him. You give him a whole year with a good quarterback, and you reevaluate. I think he could be. I think he could be a number 1.
Oh, he has the talent. For
I think
sure.
I think Elijah Moore has a better chance to be your long-term 1. Honestly,
and Donovan Peoples-Jones is just a freak too. It's just his size, his speed. Yeah, he's
not fast.
Cover. That's a tough dude to cover.
And Elijah,
he doesn't get open; he just catches
too. Elijah Moore's been hurt.
He's
got injury issues.
Oh, well, I mean, I get that, but like, I don't know. Elijah Moore's pure talent and what he's done. I mean, with very subpar QB play, I would expect Elijah Moore to be a better. If you're trying to replace, we need somebody to step up into the 1 role. We're not signing anybody else after Amari Cooper gets here, and we're going to draft somebody to take the place of our 2 or our slot. I would bet money it would be Elijah Moore over DPJ. DPJ is, and I said this before you actually came up. I don't know if you heard me. DPJ to me, the perfect who is his doppelganger in the league is Alan Lazard, who is a good receiver who got a really good contract, good blocker in the run game and in the pass game, great possession receiver, doesn't get open but catches everything and can be a little shifty in the red zone, but not great at 50-50 balls and not great at go routes or verts or anything like that, but he can run a backside dig like a motherfucker. That's what DPJ does.
Mike, let DPJ play one season with Aaron Rodgers and tell me he's not better than Alan Lazard.
He is.
That's what I'm saying. He's got to have
I
a
mean,
season.
Alan Lazard's playing with Aaron Rodgers, Mike. Of course he looks
No,
good.
I know. I'm saying like just style of play. It's the same kind of thing. You know, DPJ does all the things that Alan Lazard does, and they have very similar height, very similar bodies. They do the same things for each of their respective teams. Like, what does Alan Lazard run better than anything else? A backside dig. Does
If you let
most of his work in the middle of the field. That's what DPJ is.
Go ahead and let Cooper, DPJ both walk next year, and you got Elijah Moore, Marquise Goodwin, and Jerry Jeudy. And congratulations, we're last year's Denver Broncos.
I don't think they're going to let Amari Cooper walk next year. If you keep
too old, they're not going to pay him again. That's just a contract thing. He's not going to be there after next year. They already know that.
No, not this season and next season. Are you saying he's going to play the next 2 seasons and then he's out? Because then I agree.
This is Amari Cooper's last year.
No. So if we would have traded for somebody that needed an extension immediately, Elijah Moore, you can't even actually extend until after this season because the player has to be in the league 3 years. This gives you the opportunity to have Amari Cooper play if you want him to next year because it doesn't really hurt your cap all that much because Elijah Moore is not due a lot of money. So then you can kind of figure out what you want to do with DPJ.
Oh, you think Elijah Moore's going to be the type to catch for 1,000 yards this year and not want a contract?
No, I mean you can extend him the following year. Like that's what I'm saying. But like Andrew Berry knows how to get those contracts going. He'll probably because he'd have 1 more year on his rookie deal. Amari Cooper, even if you extend him, that contract wouldn't go into effect until the 25-26 season. So you could keep Amari for the next 2 seasons. DPJ is kind of the odd man out here. It's like, what do you want to do with him? You know, like, because if David Bell, like, continues to improve and continues to develop, I'm just saying he can do the same things DPJ does. I like DPJ. I'd love for us to keep him. If we can get him on, like, a 3-year, $8 million a year deal, $10 million a year deal, I'd do it. I don't know. You got a lot of money wrapped up in that offense right now. Maybe this is if this is Nick Chubb's last year, maybe you can afford him. But...
All right, I'll make you a bet. If Amari Cooper is on the Browns in 2024, I will buy you an autographed, signed Amari Cooper jersey in a frame to hang up in your house. If he is not, you shave your head.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'll do that. Joe, text me to remind me about this deal.
Book it, Rusty. We're about to see a bald Antonace.
I got it. I wrote it down.
Bro, I'm losing my hair. I'm almost getting to that point anyway.
Bald. You're gonna look crazy bald.
You should see Mike's hair tonight before we went on live. I saw him on camera.
Oh, dude, it looked great.
I think it came out of a paper shredder.
I can't wait to see him bald.
So good.
Like a young Paradon.
A young Marty. Don't you put that evil on me.
Hey, by the way, why are we talking about all these wide receivers anyway? Hand the ball to 24.
Right.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to
He's going to get. I don't know. Somebody will pick him up. Kareem Hunt.
Oh, someone will pick Kareem Hunt up.
Somebody will.
Buffalo, but watch what Buffalo does to them and takes them to the Super Bowl with them.
Oh gosh.
I'm not on that train no more. I'm not on that. I thought Buffalo was like that. I don't know. They need to spend a lot of money on defense, and that defense hinges on Von Miller's health too much. And Von Miller's 1,000 years old, so
we got a little drama going on too.
I mean, that defense looked like a completely different unit after Von Miller went down. Like that player meant like, and I get it. He's Von Miller.
5-year contract.
Yeah, it was a very long contract. It was like, and it was a lot of money. Like it was like 5 years, like $22 million a year. Miles only makes like 2.5 more. Like it was a lot of money for Von Miller. You're paying him at. God, how old was he when they?
Let's not forget that Timofey Mozgov got 5 years, $70 million from the Lakers.
Yeah, that.
Hey,
her brother.
Hey, the dude was wet from the free throw line though. For a center, I mean, he was wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And here's the thing: Von Miller, he was productive when he was out there.
Remember his Brew Baker's ad?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Timothy
god.
Mozgov.
Yeah, he like smashed the plates. It was like Brewbaker's.
I think it was the Hofbrauhaus.
Was it that? It was some place like that.
I think it was the
I love
Hofbrauhaus up on.
House, bro. House goes so hard.
I think it was the Hofbrauhaus. I think.
That was the best ad.
I don't know. That Norton Furniture one was pretty good.
Oh yeah. God.
I'm
Well,
Mark,
what's the-
and you can count on it. my buddies smoked a J and drove all the way up there and took a photo with that dude and sent it to me to prove it. I could not believe it.
Did you see Evan Mobley's new ad with the window place? My dad, you didn't not like that ad.
Oh God.
I can't remember what it was.
Idiots.
Evan Mobley did a fucking commercial.
Yeah,
Is
he's
it-
what's
That must have been the most awkward commercial ever.
Well, yeah, he's like skying over the
I'm
guy.
Evan Mobley.
Joy just saw him at Joy and Julia saw him at Trader Joe's on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just wandering through.
Yeah, he's a cat.
Evan Mobley seems like the coolest dude.
Yeah.
He's quiet.
I mean, yeah. And
No, I
like
like him.
I love how people I love how the national media treats him, right? Because he's been fantastic past 10 games, and he's been great the whole season, but he's been fantastic.
He's starting to pick it up. He's
past
picking
10
it up at
games.
the right time.
Yep.
Oh, he is. But the national media is like, oh, Evan Mobley, is he developing fast enough? And I'm like, Giannis averaged 16 points a game his second year. This is Evan Mobley's second year in the league, and he's already in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. And now he's averaging 19 points a game. What
They figured it out.
do you want?
Yeah,
He's
but
a second-year player.
they figured it out. Garland was the number 2 for most of the year, and they figured out that doesn't work for consistency.
Yeah.
So when they hit those slumps, you didn't get a lot from Evan because they weren't giving him the ball. That's all it was. And Evan's now the number 2. I'd say probably 1A, 1B with Mitchell, especially if you really want to win. And that's what's turned it around.
Yeah, and Garland still gets you 18
You only need
to 21.
You only need 20, 20 from Garland. All you need from Garland is 10, 11 assists, which he's been giving you.
Oh, and he'll get that. Garland's such a fantastic passer, and he's so good at cutting.
Garland's not going to stick around in a role player role for that long, though. He is a star.
No, but eventually
Oh,
Mitchell's going to leave eventually. That's when Garland should really start to become that guy, like the dude.
I mean, Garland signed that Supermax this past offseason, so he's here. You do your role, bro. You signed the Supermax. First one we ever gave out. Enjoy it.
But he's only in year 4, right? Is it year 4 or 3?
Yeah, I mean, the kid, dude's only in, no, he's in year,
He was drafted
in year 5.
2020.
He's not.
Yeah,
in year
2020 was a rookie.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Wow,
in
we
year-
signed him. We signed him soon.
Yeah,
But
so by the time Mitchell leaves, he'll be in that prime year 7, 8 range. That's when it's the go time.
Can we just talk about, since we're talking about the Cavs now, can we just talk about how Isaac Okoro has become a valuable player in the rotation now? I was waiting.
Drafted him 3rd overall.
He's always had the defense.
Yeah, that was an overdraft, but he finally has done something. He's a reliable 3-point shooter. It just feels so good.
He's a 3-and-D guy. He frees up your scores because he guards the best player on the opposite team. That's what you need.
Great defender.
Right, but now he does that 3 part, because at one point he was just the D guy. He was out there just guarding people. Pat Bev, quiet.
He's really good in transition, getting out in the break, finishing at the rim, and
standing on the baseline waiting for his open 3 because they don't guard him.
He should, if he cuts off the ball more. He was really good in college cutting off the ball, but now he's got that corner shot like the other night. But he's at one point in the season he was shooting 40% for a stretch, which is
also Karis LeVert has become hot at the right time.
Karis is really good.
Thank God, because our bench is trash. That's going to kill us in the
It's
PhD.
not
Our bench is trash.
It shouldn't be though.
It's very streaky bench.
It's been too inconsistent with the lineups.
Our bench is. I mean, I was surprised they didn't make another move to get another bench player during the deadline.
I'm surprised Danny Green hasn't played more minutes. Danny Green hasn't done jack shit since he's been here.
They should have called Melo.
Danny Green owes Greg Popovich $20 million for what he's done for his NBA career.
Yeah,
That's probably true.
They should have brought in Melo.
I don't know. I mean, Melo's pretty cooked.
No, he ain't cooked. He was averaging 15 points last year off the bench. He could still play. Off the bench, Melo could still give you points. That's all they need is points.
But how many shots was he taking to get to
It
that
don't
15
matter.
points?
But that's why they were giving him the shots, because he can hit them.
He's a great scorer. That's what he's known
All
as.
right, don't listen to these idiots in the media, Mike. These analytic geeks. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, you need someone to run the unit that's going to pull trigger the whole time and just keep pace and give the guys rest and just run.
Right, Melo go out to get you 15.
I was kind of sad they didn't go out and get Cam Reddish. I knew that would be a great pickup for whoever got him. He's been playing great since they fucking traded him. So upset.
You know, him and I were born on the same day.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yes, he's September 1st, 1999.
Nice.
He was great talent. He just was in some bad situations. When did he get drafted?
Yeah, Atlanta's a weird team.
Well, Atlanta had too
Such a
many
weird
wings
team.
for a while, and then he went to New York. They didn't like him because Thibodeau's real picky on who he plays. And then now he's found somewhat of a role, but
Atlanta's the weirdest team in the league. I swear to God, they got so much talent, and it just doesn't work for whatever reason. I hate Trey Young's personality. I really do. I think he's just.
I don't think he can lead a franchise.
No, and here's the thing. I liked the DeJounte Murray signing. I didn't say that name. Oh my God,
They don't fit
spaghetti
well
mouth.
together.
But they do not at all.
They don't fit well together.
Bad.
Murray's a point guard, not a 2.
Yeah, it's the weirdest team in the league. You know who could be good? And I might bite my tongue for saying this in the next couple of years. You know who could be competing for a playoff spot in the East?
Who?
The Magic.
Yeah.
Paolo Banchero's that dude.
He is the truth, dude. I watched him play.
Bronny.
Yeah.
LeBron already said he's already out. Yeah, he's like, nah. Yeah, I don't want to play with my son that bad.
He's got to make it there.
Oh shit, he's going to the Magic. Sorry, kid. Man, what could have been?
He's gonna go
All
to
right,
college.
boys. I gotta run. My phone's dying. But a good
All
talk,
right.
guys.
See you, man.
Oh shit! All right, Danny boy, great talking.
Yeah, you guys
We'll
have a
see.
good close to your month. If you guys want to, I'm going to lunch on Tuesday with Jerome because he's got a random day off. But we're going to Jersey's at around noon. If you guys want to come out.
Wait, right around the corner from us?
Yep.
I might come down. I got to be at Hope and at 10. We got to go meet Julia's counselor to pick her schedule. Maybe I will come down.
Yeah,
I'll call you. I'll call you. Let you know.
Just text me.
All right.
All right, I'll talk to you
I'll
guys.
fucking text you. I'll see you there. Bye.
Yeah.
I'll be working that day, Joe, but don't worry. I'm not going to drink any beer with Dan at lunchtime and go back into the dealership. Those days are behind me now. Not going to do that. That's not, Chandler doesn't work with me anymore. I'll never forget. I wish I would have told this story while Dan was in. When me and you remember Billy, little Billy? He was short, blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, we called him Billy, even though his name is Zach.
Yeah.
But okay, so me and Billy, I was like, "Hey, you want to leave early and go to Wings and grab some beers?" And he was like, "I would love that, but are they going to let us leave early?" I was like, "It's Dan up there, dude. He'll let us leave. Watch this." And I walk up there, and I go, "Dan, me and Billy want to go to Wings and have some beers." This was at 6 o'clock. We didn't get off till 8, right? So it's 2 hours. And, and he's like,
Dan, are you still there, Dan?
No, he left.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, go ahead. Sorry about that.
But me and Billy walked up to Dan and we go, and I look at Dan and I go, "Hey, let me and Billy leave a little bit early. We want to go down to Wings." He's like, "Are you really asking me right now to let you leave early to go down to Wings?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll grab you some food and I'll drop it off before you guys close." And he was like, "Now you're trying to bribe me?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And he's like, "All right, let me look at the menu."
I could see him doing it too.
Yeah. And he goes, "All right, let me look at the menu." And then he's like, grab me some fried avocado bits and some pretzel bites. And I was like, "Bet." And then me and Barry left. We were just drinking until 8 o'clock hit. And I was like, "All right, we'll come back here, but we got to drop off Dan's food." We went back. Dan's locking up, and we go, "Here's your food." He's like, "All right, boys, I'll see you down there for a couple minutes. I got to cash in these Keno tickets."
Yeah. I can see and hear him doing
good times, dude.
Dan said
Good,
fried
good.
avocado slices.
Yeah.
That's some good ass times.
How's it feel to be back in the car biz, Mike? How you feeling? You getting? No, but talk.
I feel good. You know, I was surprised at how rusty I was at first. You know, like in February, early March, like I was surprised getting back in the swing of things. Like it is for the most part, like riding a bike. Like I didn't forget how to do it, but it's like getting back into getting the rhythm back and back into the total swing of things. Yeah. It actually like
it's a day-to-day grind too, dude. You got to shut off the one day, move on to the next too.
Yeah. But and I think I'm back to that point now. Like I've had a couple of really good days and shit, so like it's gotten me back to it, and like, you know, getting back to the like holding all the gross, everything like that. Like I think it was more so like me wanting to like hit the, like I was so obsessed with hitting the ground running kind of thing that it messed me up, because it almost made me desperate because I wanted to like hit the ground running so hard. You know what I mean?
Well,
so like I'd be getting all,
you got to get all this stuff. You got to get settled in too. You know what I mean? So anytime you start somewhere new, there's like that settle in period. You know, then you took some beatings too from me. You know what I mean? So, but that's just obviously trying to keep making you better. You know that,
right?
You know, but at the same time though, it kind of rattles you, and you got to come back from it. And so, but well, you're doing all right, bud. Yeah, I can tell you this. It made the showroom even more lively, which is what I love. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it just added energy to the showroom.
Yeah, even and you know, Jeff told me that too. He was like, you know, he goes, man, this place is a lot more lively now that you're here. And he goes, and then he looked at me and he goes, even though you're super weird, Mike. And I was like, I am. I was like, I can't change.
You're not weird.
Oh, I will admit, I'm weird. I'm weird. Being weird is a bad thing. I'm weird.
You're not
Mike's
weird.
Just himself.
You're just quirky.
You're just yourself.
Yeah, quirky. I feel like that's a synonym for weird. But yeah.
No, you're just yourself.
So you want to hear a story, Joseph? I'll tell you a story. And this is just funny because Jeremy, I love Jeremy so much. He's really good at the sales manager position. I was actually really intrigued to see that in real action. He is really good at it. He's still learning, but he's getting really good at it. But like he tries to put on that manager, like I don't want to call it a mask, but he tries to like do the managerial stuff like a little too hard sometimes. So like we had a conversation about my handwriting. Now, I'm sure you know, at least your dad probably told you, my handwriting, awful. Been awful my whole life. No change in it. I've gone to I had special writing classes in middle school to try and get me to slow down or write better. Didn't work. High school, same thing. Everybody tell me, God, you gotta change your writing, gotta fix your writing. I'm like, I can't do it. Tried everything.
Right.
Had coaching for it. So Jeremy and me got into it. It wasn't even a spat. Jeremy's just like, hey, the office has come back and said they couldn't read your writing on a couple forms. He goes, you have to write better. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to write better. And I'm like, Jeremy, I'm not arguing with you. I just don't know what to tell you. That's just how I write, bro. You can tell somebody with a speech impediment to speak better. I don't know what you're talking. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then just getting into it for a little bit. And your dad looks at Jeremy and goes, hey, just tell him what I would tell him. Worked at the superstore. Why wouldn't it work here?
Dan said Mike's handwriting looks like he just wrote it from the inside track.
Yeah, dude, my handwriting's trash, bro.
Always wrote it from inside the truck.
Hey, here, I'll own it, dude. My handwriting's bad. It always has been. Always will be. There ain't no change in it.
Ain't no change in it.
But that was when you walked away, there was a teaching moment for me with Jeremy. So,
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
yeah, when you walked away, here, fuck your hand. Here, they can read it at the Superstore. They can read it at Vanderveer. You know what I mean? Get over it.
Yeah.
So,
Get the deal done. Get it done.
well, here, I mean, you can't. Just like he said, somebody got a speech impediment. You can't. Okay, you need to speak more clear. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I just asked Mike. I said, Mike, just do the best you can. Maybe slow up a little bit, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But there was something else in that whole conversation that irked me that was handled once you walked away.
Way to put him on the list.
So, yeah, I don't like manageritis.
Manageritis.
A lot of times that's typical of somebody that's just starting.
Yeah, he's still learning. Yeah, and that's what I said. Like, I didn't hold against him. He apologized later.
Because I think Jeremy's doing a great job.
I agree. Jeremy's a great sales manager.
He's doing really good, man. And but those are just those little hiccups. You know what I mean? So I did that same shit, but yeah.
What is he? 6 months in, something like that.
7 months, 8, whatever the hell it is. I don't know.
Yeah, he's doing a great job for that. And like, he apologized later, and I told him he didn't need to, because here, you know me, I don't take anything personally. Like, I might get like if I get a really intense tune up, I might feel it for 20 minutes, but I'll forget about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it washes off my back, so they say.
Dan said, ask them how Steve Reinhardt's handwriting was when he sold them 350 cars a year.
Right.
He's pulling cheeseburgers out of his pocket.
Hell, handwriting. It was lack of everything. Lack of follow-up, lack of paperwork, lack of anything.
Pulling food out of his pocket.
Dan, since you're still listening, and
didn't he pull a cheeseburger out of his pocket too?
Yeah.
Piece of pizza.
No,
Cheese?
boy.
No,
Here, man,
a cheeseburger. Then there was another.
Was it a cheeseburger one day?
Steak.
I am forever grateful to Reinhardt, though. He taught me a lot. Don't know why, but he taught me a lot. He decided to. He goes, if I had something working, he'd be like, try this, kid. Hey, how you doing today, kid? He always hit me up with that. Yeah, Reinhardt he learned me a lot. And Dan, since you're here, I want you to know, since you're still listening, that one of Joe's favorite stories to tell to other salespeople is the box month. When you and Joe had a box with my last name written on it. As you were jokingly preparing to fire me if I didn't tighten up shit. And I sold 24, 25 cars that month. I can't remember. And 19 of them were new.
Oh, we weren't joking.
Oh, Dan told me that you guys were joking after the fact.
No. You were getting bladed if you didn't sell X amount of cars.
Oh, gosh.
No, it wasn't the selling part. It was many mistakes, I thought.
Yeah, I know, but there need to be a trade-off. It's just like he said. Reinhardt sold us 350 cars a year, so we took all the other bullshit. So
He said he still has that box.
we needed the trade-off.
No, I tossed it. That's a lie. You let me toss it. We don't have that box somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the month, too. That was in April. That month was April, and I'll never forget it, because at the end of the month, after I sold 24 cars, I looked at Dan, and I was like, Dan, there's only one thing I want from you. And he goes, what's that, buddy? And I go, give me that fucking box. Can I throw it in the trash can, please? And he's like, sure. And I remember I smoked 2 cigarettes, burned them both out on the box, and then I threw it in the trash can. Oh, I stomped on it, then I threw it in the trash can.
Yeah, the hell of a month.
The old box.
That wasn't even my best month.
What was your best?
Good month. My best month was March of 18. I made it. I sold less cars. I sold 23, but I made 16 G's. My best month ever.
All right. Well, next month now that you said it, you can do better than that next month.
Hell yeah.
Hell
In
yeah.
March of 18, and Michelle Faree still beat me by 2 points. My God, what an excellent salesperson. She still beat me by 2 points for salesperson of the month. It's eluded me forever. I was second place so many times because of Michelle Faree.
Yeah, she's a great salesperson, man.
Oh, she's one of the best, and just a great person. I love Michelle.
Yeah.
You guys had a hell of a staff there at one point. Golly.
Oh yeah, secondary was great. I mean, primary. I mean,
just imagine. Just think of all the people that were in one building at one time that we all know.
Oh yeah.
You take that time period. Let's just say you had this 10-year time period, for at least from when I started in 07, just the amount of talent that was in that place that was at one time, that if it could have been retained, just how much bigger the empire could have been and more dominant, but just, losing people over the years.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it was.
I always thought that.
It was crazy. Here, just the desk itself, just that desk.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was crazy what was accomplished.
And it's weird to think.
It's mind-boggling when I think about what Dan and I did over, that 10-year period. Those numbers we had hit.
Oh, we were talking about this. You and I were the other night, just like here. Even though it was a grind and it was a slaw for you guys, like, dude, and I told you this, and you were like, man, that makes me feel old. But I started when I was 18 years old. Like, I still got the Facebook memories that pop up every now and then of me posting cards or whatever. I started when I was 18. So a lot of my formative years, I basically grew up in that dealership selling cars, almost like becoming a grown man. So I'll never forget I crave those memories for just like it's the last day of the month. Like we're grinding to hit VGP, and I'm in on my day off to try and hit VGP because it was a unwritten rule to be there. You didn't have to be if it was on your day off and it was the last day of the month. But if we're so many units from VGP come in, get that pat on the back from Brett be like, thank you for coming in, this, that, and the other, and just grind it out and just having 28 car deals on the board on friggin' Wednesday or some shit, just grinding it out to hit that number. I crave those memories because that was just fun, man, just in the trenches.
I miss the rhythm that Dan and I would both get in. It was like every deal we touch, boom, boom, boom. He would, at any given moment, he'd have 5 deals to board. I'd have 5 deals to board. It's just like this. It was just crazy. It was just magic.
It was fun,
man. Yeah, it was just what we as the crew, what we were all able to accomplish when we absolutely had to. You know what I mean? Joseph was showing me this video today. Deion Sanders talking about finishing. We finished every month. We finished. You know what I mean? We finished and we hit every month. It was just,
and always felt so good too, because it was always by the skin of our teeth. You know what I mean? It would always came down to a buzzer beater, man.
Yeah, this mountain we had to overcome at the end of each month that we always did. It was just, man, it was just such a gratifying feeling.
Yeah, it's like I
haven't had it since. So
I know, man. I feel that too. That's why, I think that's why I went back too after Vanderveer. Well, not just because I knew the place, but I just wanted that again. But couldn't be replicated.
My phone's about to die. I'll see you tomorrow, dude.
All
right, brother. See you tomorrow.
He said, "Ask the U cars guys about it. They had front row seats."
Right. We used to say, "Where's their VGP? Where's the used car VGP?"
Remember, he had a sign up. Remember, he had a sign up on you and Dan's side that said "Men at work."
Caution, men working.
Yeah, men working.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow, Mike.
See you.
All right.
See you tomorrow, bro.
All right. Bye.
I'll admit though, I love just sitting, because here's the thing: if I wasn't in front of Dan and Joe, I was in front of Chad, and we would just be laughing about some bullshit. He'd give me a lead, and I'd bring him in, and we'd just write a 4 or 5 pounder on it, and just be bullshitting the whole time.
Yeah.
Chad's my dude, though.
Oh,
it was always
Chad's great.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. It's always Chad, Dan, Joe, and then I'll always be grateful for Namowski because he interviewed me when I was 18, and he gave me a shot for an 18-year-old kid to sell cars just because he knew my dad, and was like, oh, you interview well. Oh, why not? So forever grateful to Mike Namowski. I love that man. Great human being.
Yeah, he is
A good
fun. I
friend
love
too.
Mike. Who's closing?
Oh yeah, what's for lunch? My
He starts
favorite.
saying- Every time I leave my dad a voice, I'd be like, "Hey, Joe, I got one question for you. Who's closing?"
My favorite thing would be you go up to Mikey with a deal or some shit, and there would be nothing around him, like nothing. And hey Mikey, you got a lead, and he just look at you square in the face and go, "Can't you see I'm fucking busy?" There's nothing around him. Nothing. 6 car deals on the board. 3 are locates. 2 are fucking future like deliveries. Nothing happening. And you'd be like, Mikey, come on. what are you talking about, bro? Oh, I love that dude, man. He's a riot.
Yeah.
Or I miss Dad going up to him with a used car deal, being like, hey, these customers want this. He'd immediately look through all the deal jackets from the cars that just came in the past 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was a good squad.
Hell yeah, it was. Damn. But you guys got a good squad brewing now over there, so.
Oh yeah, we do. We definitely do at Nissan. It feels similar. It's more chill. That's what I like a little bit more. And I love having no Sundays just because I'm a hitched man now and gotta have a happy relationship, and
you're
never seeing your significant other is not a good recipe for a good relationship. So
no, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. But well, you got anything else on the way out of here, Mike? We've been going just about 2 hours now. So
hell yeah. Hey, everybody love everybody. That's my message. I'm gonna hit the Jackie Moon with it. Everybody love everybody.
Yeah.
Got some words for the people, Joseph?
I got some words for the people. That's a great question. I got a lot on my mind. Got a lot of topics I'm going to talk about pretty soon too. I've been taking notes the last month, but
oh yeah,
I like that. Everybody love everybody. I would say help somebody out just in some way. Either some advice, call somebody, check on somebody. That's why I love Mike, because Mike and I call and check on each other all the time out of the blue. Usually, a lot of times nowadays, people call you, it's because they only call you when they need something. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like people to call and check in or just reach out to people, try to get to know people. People are afraid nowadays. People, especially our age, people are afraid to talk. People are afraid to communicate. People are shy. Sometimes it's good to just let out a little bit. Get to know people a little bit. You never know. You're never alone in anything. So don't.
No, we are not.
Don't let yourself be isolated in your own mind and think you got to figure it all out on your own. So.
I got a good one real quick.
Go ahead.
I just want to share a Bible verse.
Absolutely.
Jesus gave one commandment. That's all he did. And he looked at his disciples and he said, I have one commandment I give to you, and that's to love one another as I have loved you. Love everybody like the Lord loves you. You'll have a good life.
Yeah.
It's hard.
And
it's hard to love people. Loving people is a choice. Never forget that. It's not a feeling, it's a choice. Choose to love people every day.
Well, it's hard too. Sometimes it's hard to do that, to take risk, put yourself out there. That's a lot. Like you said, and just being there for people too. But it's fine. Let's do a sermon today from Tony Evans. I posted on my Facebook too, where he talks about God's provision and how God will oftentimes wait on us to do something for somebody else to give us the miracle we've been waiting for.
Right.
So, it's like it says, give and you shall receive. You know, put yourself
Right.
out, ask and you shall receive. But, if you bless other people, you'll have blessings come your way as well. That's how God is. God loves to bless us. But you got to put in the work sometimes. You got to do things for others. You can't just ask for you. Sometimes it's not just about you. It's about other people.
Right.
It's bigger than you.
110%.
It's bigger than you sometimes. That's why sometimes you got to be put your pride aside, be patient, and or be unselfish, and you know, do what He's calling you to do, and you just see where it goes from there. And he'll take care of you. It's His promise. May not happen when you want it, or it may not go how you like sometimes, or may not be how we agree with or how we see things in the moment. But He's always got a plan, so you just got to let it go and trust Him. So
Right.
that's some words of wisdom from Mike and I here on the way out as we rant to you guys. But
Yeah. Good ranting.
good
The
ranting.
people love the good ranting.
Yeah. But all right, Mike, you want to go ahead and plug yourself on the way out of here? Go buy a car from you or anything? Or
Hey, if you want to buy a car from a weird, quirky little guy, that's me, Mike Anthony's, Fred Martin Nissan. Give me a call, 330-644-8888. My extension is 433. I'll get you into a beautiful brand new Frontier, Altima, or like new and or pre-owned vehicle. Give me a call. Again, Mike Anthony's, Fred Martin Nissan. We know cars.
bam!
Yeah, look at that.
Look
That was
at
all
that.
off the dome, dude.
Off the rip. That's what I'm talking about. But all right, Mike. Well, I'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you coming on. If else, if you have any more, if any Browns breaking news happens, Mike and I will be on it. We'll come up to you guys, give another news report like we did last week. So, yeah,
Hell yeah, we will. Go Browns.
go
Love God.
Brownies.
Love each other. Love you, Joseph. You have a
Love you.
nice evening.
Love you too, brother. Thank you. All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight for Sunday Live. Hope you guys enjoyed like always. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Like Mike and I said, spread some love this week, and be a blessing to somebody else. But watch what God does for you in return. And so, yeah, thanks for all the guys for coming on tonight. Had a lot of fun like always, and I'll be back soon with an episode of The Real. The last month or two, the reason why I haven't been on as much because I've been doing some other things in my own personal life. So all good, all growth, and a lot of lessons learned, a lot of things I can't wait to share with you guys. And went through a lot of challenges in the last 3-4 months at times. The things that put myself out there and things that really tested me, to say the least. But took me to the next level for sure. And it's a lot more wiser now, a lot more grounded each and every day, and just a lot more calm, and just just a lot more gratitude as well. Just getting ready for what I'm gonna do next. Have a lot more plans for this show. I have bigger goals for this show. So almost a year next week since I started this. So we'll be definitely doing a live on that day to celebrate. And appreciate all you guys. Love all you guys. Your support have been there. Appreciate the support behind the scenes. Everyone that's reached out to me last year, and it's been incredible. Get to know you guys, and so looking forward to it. Make sure, like I said, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out of here.